Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
Look out as he throws the ball onto the left foot. This is going to favour Riley. Oh, Johnson mercuriously kept it in. They've got Hatchet forward. Up from the Magoos. He can take a mark and run in on open goal. Make himself a hero. And he's done it. Looking at it, brings the ball back into play. How about that for a roost? Longest kick of the day in 8-9. Get down the back is Stevens. The summary lines are up and about. If he can finish here, it'll be the goal of the day. He's put it through, Stevens. The goal. A very good afternoon and welcome to a very sunny Mattingly Park for this Good Friday matchup between Bacchus Marsh and East Point. Both sides unbeaten heading in at 2-0 starts and blustery conditions favouring the railway end, but a little bit swirly nonetheless. In earlier games completed today, East Point won narrowly against Bacchus Marsh in the under-18s by a goal, whilst in the reserves, Bacchus Marsh defeated East Point by 49 points. As I say, good afternoon to Fridge Freeman. Welcome, Fridge.
G'day, Todd.
And Bacchus Marsh, well, a couple of milestone games, one at one end, one at the other. The debut of former Carlton and Geelong champ Zach Toohey and the 200 game of Simon LaFranchi.
Yeah, milestone day for the club, Todd, with those two individuals, one playing his first game and the other playing 200.
And if I was to clutch at straws for a milestone game for East Point today, Geordie Johnson plays his 300th game on Play HQ. How about that? So I'm not far how far that dates back, but you'd think Geordie Johnson and forward Jack Jeffrey will have a big say this afternoon. They're my tips to be the Cobra's biggest problems, whilst the obvious for the Kangas look to be Toohey and Owen. Interesting to see the numbers leading into this clash. Jordan and Owen, since the start of 2022, both been in the best on 66% of occasions and average 2 goals a game. And that says a lot, given Jake had spent a bit of time back and Geordie spending more time in midfield, Fridge.
Absolutely, Todd, and two different type of players, one in mid, like you said, one a forward, but yeah, two fantastic players and give their all, and no wonder their stats are so high.
Good crowd in attendance, no cars allowed into the premise this afternoon. So what you see is what you get. Standing room only here at Bacchus Marsh. As the siren sounds to get this Good Friday affair underway, we'll keep you updated with Redan and Sunbury as scores comes to hand. But it's all about Mattingly Park. Fanmeal won the first tap. Grand ball opportunity. Shark there by Shea. Got the first touch. Quick hand pass. Got it over towards Gates, who went further afield looking for Kavakovic. Ridden into the ground there by Van Meal. But the umpire said, I'll have it, and there'll be a ball up. Hats off to the umpires. Nothing to do with the sun. They did umpire the under-19s, so big effort there from the men in green today. Given a shortage of umpires, club personnel did the reserves game last week between Darley and Sunbury as Jack Parente gets an important early touch. Nervous bounce, looked to go by hand, but decided to go to the option in Owen. Juggling attempt was the beneficiary. Shea got it back to Parente, went into the middle of the ground and found Huxtable. He played on to the 200 game of LaFranchi, just ran through the smallest banner I've ever seen and turned his first possession over on half-back. So they'll need to avoid Brown and Merritt, and the latter switches play to the outer side of the ground on a blustery Mattingly Park. And through traffic they go. It's going to come back. It's going to be a throw. It's going to go against Geordie Johnson and McCreary. In and under midfielder for the Cobras will take the resultant free kick. So good start for the Cobras, who'll go in today as outsiders, Fridge.
Yeah, but they'll have plenty of adrenaline running, so yeah, Todd, they'll give it a good crack.
Tyrrell with a juggling mark, deep into attack, has taken the mark. What a confidence booster for the young lad. He'll go back and have a shot on goal here from directly in front into what we anticipate being into a swirly breeze, Fridge.
Correct, Todd, and this young fella, a couple of years ago, I was watching him in the under-19s, and big, strong lad, and just had to work on his fitness, and obviously he has, and he's got the first on the board for them, Toddy.
Yeah, ideal start for the Cobras. They should come from everywhere to get to Tyrrell. And Toohey, obviously familiar with that type of pattern, was the first there to congratulate the youngster. And Bacchus Marsh get there first. 1 goal straight 6. They lead East Point, no score. And yes, Merritt with that intercept mark from LaFranchi. Cobras will need to take care with that forward 50 entry with the likes of Brown and Merritt for their intercept rebounding.
Well, they're noted for their intercept, but getting across in front of Owen to stop that supply getting into Owen inside 50, Todd.
So unlike other grounds around the VFNL, this time clock does the countdown. So with time on included, we can just tell you how long is left in real time.
So the matchups, Mika Rodomonis has got McCreary, Johnson, Parente, Toohey has Slater, and Owen has Howard.
Back at the restart, East Point kicking to the right of screen. Their forwards push up to genuine half forward. Gertz with the tap. How about the gather from Shea? Parente dispossessed. dropping the ball, said the umpire. Sure, he had a great deal of time, but consistency with that throughout the afternoon. I'm happy with it. Thompson deep into attack. Out comes Brown, who's playing forward today. Hurried kick out of the congestion. Came from Cairns with an up and under kick. Territory game will roll over the line for a boundary throw in, 20 metres around from the East Point goal. Interesting move, Jacob Brown forward, Pritch.
Yeah, that's one of Joe Harmony's. He's pulled a rabbit out of a hat here with putting Brown forward, usually in defence.
Well, it takes a bit of weight off the likes of Jeffrey in the absence of McDougall, who kicked 70-plus goals last year. Boundary throw in, tap one by Gertz, went boundary side over to our old mate there, the Rotunda, who got a booking for 10 over there this afternoon, Fridge.
Last time I was here was under construction, Todd.
Since 1956. Finally, they got something done, but they forgot to take the fence down around it.
It was only the placard that they changed.
Boundary throwing. Hilt in and then completed in. Two different things. Tap one by Gertz. Grand ball opportunity for Parente. Hustled it to Findlay. Just clearing kick out of the defensive 50. Merritt was slung to the ground. Loose ball opportunity for McCreary, who lowered the eyes and went along the line towards Owen. He's forced to apply the tackle on Howard, who has got a big job today, denying Owen forward. So he kicked 9 goals in his 2 games in season 2025. Now, Geordie Johnson went by hand to the voice of Cairns, fell into the hands of Craig, whose up and under kick's been cut off by Willems. So Willems plays on, goes on with that penetrating right foot kick to Brown, deep into attack, juggling attempt, couldn't take it, grabbed it on the second ball, dribbling ball off the ground from Kenny. Rolls across the face and through for a minor score.
Geez, that first entry in for East Point, there was 4-on-1 there. Brown against 4 of the Bacchus Marsh defenders. Others had pushed up the East Point players.
So Kabarkovic with the honours brings the ball back into play. And the overlap's good to Lawler.
Coming back from injury, Todd. First game back today.
Yeah, donning the white shoelace headband. They always do much better on your feet, I reckon. But the hurried kick towards half-back, Tui, applying a little bit of pressure, really. Dribbling ball towards half-forward. Gee, McDade was nice and calm and cool over the footy. Gathered cleanly. Got it to Findlay, who found Goebel. So a couple of the newbies combined. And the switch kick. I think the breeze just got a little hold of that. Made it difficult for the outstretched hands of LaFranchi to grasp the footy over the line for a throw-in. Bacchus Marsh through Tyrrell with the only goal of the game. And we're on the countdown clock here. But there's just no launch when we get to 0. It's just short of time. Boundary throw in. Tap one by Gertz. McCreary in and under. Gee, what he doesn't extricate McCreary in that stoppage. He's playing a denying hand in there and limiting the opposition.
He's in there doing all those 1%er that he's got to do, Todd, and he's got a head like a cat.
Jacob Brown did the sharking and blasted the ball across the face of goal over the line. Out of bounds on the full. Not sure if it had enough on that to clear the perimeter here at Mattingly Park and into the railway and into the back of Watsy's Ute. See you later.
Yeah, probably just a bit of a stoppage on getting that footy back. He's out there.
So we'll endeavour to give you a score from Sunbury and Redan. Both sides looking to bounce back from a loss last week. Sunbury overrun by the Devils and Redan denied by Bacchus Marsh. So Kabarkovic right in the pocket. I said that for a while.
Nice kick.
Beautiful kick. Found Parente. And for Kabarkovic connections, I pronounced that correctly. Here's a chance for Finlay.
Good, Jack.
Okay, but back to the man I speak of, Kabarkovic. Went inboard to Parente, touching the fumbles. The Kangas keep their feet, and Thompson will get on the end of it. Take an uncontested mark, 55 metres out from goal. They normally kick the ball well east inside their front half. They're noted for that. But they'll miss that lead-up presence of McDougall, you'd think, today. Yep. And Jeffrey is a renowned floater in that forward line. It'll be Thompson. We'll take this shot on goal. Tick over 12 minutes remain in this first term. Gets plenty on the kick. Won't quite get the journey or the accuracy. Fly high has been knocked through by Gertz for a minor score.
Didn't get any real power behind that, Todd. Just sent a kick it up and under.
Yeah, didn't time it.
No.
So Lavery was the fly who was denied. So the ball comes back into play. The kick. They've got that reliance on Kabarkovic to do the distributing. So the right foot kick gets beyond half back.
Good
from
mark.
inside. Terrific mark taken there by Kenny.
Noted for doing that, Todd. He's got a good leap on him and got a great set of hands.
Yeah, Tyrrell might have caught one in the you-know-whats. Right in the Tyrrells. As up and under kick there from Kenny. Made it difficult there for Cook. Gertz has to do the ground ball chasing. Did what most big men do. Elected to go with the soccer. Shallow entry inside 50. Chance here for Salmon. Dispossessed. Managed to get a hair pass away to Tui. Up against the boundary line. Kick to the top of the square. Has been cut off and there'll be a rebound. Opportunity here for Geordie Johnson to get on the end of this. Humphrey wearing the helmet. He's going to run back, try and get onto the end of this goal side as Brown presents. But that was
Over the
a
top.
strong lead up. He's got Thompson out the back. Look out, here come the Cobras. Will it sit up for Thompson? It won't. Knocked off the ball by McDade. And Goebel will do the sharking across the last line, not for the first time. Hair past the Glascott. The gather was almost as lazy as the hairball Gibb. Goebel's kick was poor. Chance here for Cairns to make them pay. And he will. Kenny got on the end of it. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal here, 35 metres out from goal.
The Marsh defenders get back in numbers and help support, and then you get that ordinary turnover by Goebel and Kosterman, where they should have been out and, inside their forward 50, Todd.
Yeah, when you've got weighted number or an out number, you can often relax a bit, can't you? Because you're like, well, I've got outs here everywhere, so I'll just take this handball or kick casually. And more often than not, turnover. And against good sides, they make you pay. Will Kenny do that on this occasion? Yes, he does. Good wake-up call for the Cobras defence. And East Point are on the board here. And they're back in front. 1-2-8. Well, in front for the first time today. 1-2-8. They lead Bacchus Marsh 1 goal straight 6.
Yeah, and like I said, that the turnover inside your defensive 50, just, it's inexcusable, and it's resulted in East Point getting a major, Todd.
So Tyrrell with the only goal for the Cobras and matched by Kenny halfway through this entertaining opening term. So a bit of relief as the sun gives us all a little bit of a spell behind the cloud. Warm day today.
Yeah, that centre pitch wicket.
We should have brought our own rotunda.
Yeah, it should have brought our rotunda.
Those 10 were onto it over there in the left forward pocket.
We're on the UV 50s.
All up, back in the middle of the ground here. Response needed from the Cobras. They've started okay. Tap won by Gertie. Won the tiebreaker as well with another tap. Shea wanted a high and he'll get it against Rodamoronis. So Shea, who started well and cleanly, sends the ball forward in the Owen direction, and it knocked away from him. That was good work by Howard. Gertz did the sharking. Got it to Salmon. Back to Gertz. They combined by hand here through Huxtable. Left foot kick to the pocket. Quick hands there from Penny. Missed the target. Ground ball here. Whistle imminent. There'll be a ball up 55 metres away from the Cobra goal.
Geez, quick Salmon. Got quick hands too, Todd.
Terrific last week. Booted 3 goals in that last quarter to get the lead back and, more importantly, the 4 points for the Cobras. Now, here's McCreary. Ran to 49. Kicks on its way. He might have the journey, but not the accuracy. Minor score for the Cobras. 1-1-7. They trail East Point 1-2-8. Despite the Cobras having more ball, it'd be fair to say, Fridge.
Yeah, definitely, Todd. They've had majority of the plays with the Cobras.
Now watch Merritt bring this ball back into play. It's a beautiful kick of the footy, and he gets it to near out of centre wing. Umpires picked out a free kick, unrealistic intent, but he's paid the advantage. Look out, it's Ronald McMullen. Lowers the eyes with the right foot kick towards Jacob Brown. The gather was clean. Gave it to Humphrey. Back to Molan. The third of the Molan clan debuting today. Got it to Jones.
And missed.
And just off to the left. Minor score. So a couple of opportunities gone being at either end. 1-3-9 East Point. Bacchus Marsh 1-1-7. We're enjoying a bit of cool breeze as that sun dissipates behind the cloud.
Yeah, definitely, Todd. Thinking day today.
Kabarkovic brings the ball back into play to outer halfback. Spoil on the footy. Was good by Howard, who pressed up. Right up behind Jake Owen. So that's the obvious matchup. of Carmody on Coach Carmody. Howard to Owen. Boundary throw in. Now McCreary. Been busy early. Quick hands. Got to slam it back to McCreary. Now right foot kick to broadcast side. Favourable bounce. Got it towards Tucker, who went by hand. The handball was okay. Right foot kick. Shallow entry inside 50 there from Slater. Was being cut off there by Lawler. Brave young man goes with the lateral kick across the face to McDade, and the kick was good. So the transition much better from the Cobras here. Salmon again, full of confidence after last week. Right foot kick in the Owen direction. Juggling attempt, paid the mark. Right call, went short to McCreary. He just marked on the railway end of the cricket pitch. He wastes no time. Right foot kick goes out wide there, looking towards Gertz. Running like a winger there, Gertz, as he sent the ball forward, and Tyrrell's got it again.
What a great passage of football there, Todd.
Yep.
You know, from their defensive half to get it through to the middle of the ground and then cross over and change the angle and hit up Tyrrell. Fantastic play by the Musts.
Oh, I love the confidence of that youthful defence. You know, they can be risky kicks, and they just got it done. Well done, Cobras. And I like the start of McCreary and Gertz, who's running freely. So Tyrrell, free second. Snuck it in. Cobra fans up and about. They get the lead back. 2-1-13 Bacchus Marsh. East Point 139. Tyrrell has 2.
East Point never even put a fingernail on that passage of play, Todd. The cleanness of the ball use of the Marsh from defence. It's as good as I've seen.
Well, we've been through a bit over the last couple of years with the Cobras working on that transition, and it often does come undone with a young side, and that was really encouraging, and completely a set play too that they were able to execute.
Well, the switch,
reward.
Yeah, the switch, the hit up on Owen, and then Gertz, and then on to Tyrrell. It's fantastic. Good to watch.
2-1-13, entertaining game here. They just overcoming the blustery conditions by foot these two today. Tap one by Gertz. McCreary again, dribbling hand pass, got it towards Parente. Hurry kick towards half forward. And Howard just got the break on Owen on that occasion and took the intercept mark. Well judged by the youngster.
Be good if the sun stays in, Todd.
Oh, mate. Don't tell me. Right foot kick. Gathered there by Jeffrey. Right foot kick towards half forward. Bouncing ball out in the Rodamoronis direction. He knocked it to the advantage of Geordie Johnson. A couple of the more experienced Kangas combined. Tip to the top of the goal square. Kavakovic lost his footing. Thompson did the swarming to square away a stoppage 8 metres out from the East Point goal.
Fantastic recovery there by Jack. That ball was out if that comes out, Toddy.
All up. Tyrrell won the tap. Tried to get it through, but couldn't. Over the line boundary throwing. So a big welcome to everybody tuning in, well, wherever you may be around the state or even further. Big hello to the Tui family who might be tuning in from Ireland tonight, Fridge. Probably not. Boundary throwing. Tap one by Tyrrell. Ground level ball. Thompson. McCreary. Shoveled it out. Did well. Got it to Kavakovic to McDade, who started well. Clear kick to Cook. Went to the voice of the speedster there in Salmon, who got an awkward bounce.
Numbers.
And East Pointer away here, but some good pressure there from Gates.
Fantastic.
And Gates will take the resultant free kick for holding the ball. So some good pressure and discipline by the Cobras.
Lawler.
Lawler, in fact, yeah, making the tackles stick. So he
kick.
switches play. Nervous one at that. Goebel needs to be good here. And he was. He did well. And the clever little kick to the 200 gamer, LaFranchi. Slow up and under kick. Parente gathered, took on Humphrey, cop one over the shoulder. Took the advantage out, direction of Tui. Craig and he can raffle it. Craig gathered, just chipped it over the top. It's not a bad kick. And it's Josh Huxtable with ball in hand. He's got Tui in the pocket. And he's got Owen forward. So he's blessed with choice. And the delivery's good. Well, Owen couldn't quite hang on to it. Merritt did enough. And then the boundary line. Saved Merritt in the end over the line for a boundary throw-in, much to the chagrin of Owen.
See the experience of Tui in that passage of play where he put that block in and allowed Perrine to come through, Todd.
Boundary throw-in. Cobras in attack here. Owen, front spot. Van Mill won the tap. Chance for Molan. who gathered cleanly, poised of a player beyond his years. How about that sidestep? It was good play there from
Brown.
who went short, and he'll get it back. Important player, Brown, in the makeup of this East Point side, especially with the likes of Matty Johnson, Alex Molan, Billy Jones, Bryce McDougall, and Lockie Dodd out of the side. So Brown goes to half forward. Poor kick. It was a 5-on-1, and somehow they're going to get out of trouble here, East Point, as the boundary line beat them all in the end.
I can't believe the numbers that are getting back for the Marsh.
Yeah, that's good.
All getting back the support, Todd.
They've done the work over the summer, clearly, and all that non-reward running is an example of that. Shallow throw in. Went about just over shoulder height, really, and the umpire said Mulligan. Throw it in again, son. So we've switched scoreboards here, as only they can ever do at Mattingley Park. A tick over 19 minutes gone. We're on the up now. Bacchus Marsh 2-1-13. East Point 1-3-9. Boundary throw in. Gathered by Gertz out of the ruck. Nearly dropped it. Lucky to get away with it in the end. Chance here for Cairns. Standing start. High up and under. Wynn's getting hold of it. Oh, jumping mark taken there by Johnson in the goal square. Little class. He gets his first.
Just shows you the good use of the body, Todd.
Yeah, he's a smart player, especially one-on-one. Geordie Johnson gets his first. And East Point get their second. So from one scoreboard to another, 2-3-15 East, they lead Bacchus Marsh 2-1-13. Near 20 minutes gone opening term. Gee, half a dozen of 1-6 to the other. Actually, they've got the other scoreboard going now.
No, we don't need to be confused, Todd, really.
Nah.
We're confused as it is.
Mate, the Chardonnay's starting to kick in under that rotunda. They're starting to see double, but that's actually their two scoreboards. Hurry kick out of the congestion at the restart from Kenny. He missed his foot. Chance here for Cairns to get on the end of that second attempt by Canning. And he got plenty on the roost. Went forward. Geordie Johnson at the back. Read it well. Got a bad bounce. Van Meel knocked it to the advantage of Jeffrey. Dangerous around goal. Kick across the body is good. So back-to-back goals in a minute for East Point. And they get their biggest lead of the game. It's out to 8 points. They're 3-3-21. Bacchus Marsh 2-1-13. And those two players we touched on briefly in the pre-match fridge, Geordie Johnson and Jack Jeffrey, impacting the scoreboard.
Yeah, no, Jack Jeffrey, very clever around goal. If he gets an opportunity, he rarely makes a mistake, Todd.
Yeah, he's kicked 65 goals from 54 games since the start of 2022. Jeffrey, over a goal a game. So it's the Kangas by 8 points. Back at the restart. Give that tap there to Lavery. Kenny again, important. Quick hands, got it to Brown. Went further afield. They're looking towards Romerell. We go back to Brown. Romerell knocked the football further field towards half forward. Hurried kick forward to no one in particular. Territory gain. See, nearly a terrible bounce there for the Cobra defence. And Glasgow did well to save it in the end.
He did do a good job.
So the Rotunda people, they're getting the bird's eye view for those premium seats they got over there. Oh, running through the congestion there was Josh Huxtable with courage. Sent the ball forward towards half-back. Bouncing ball, chance here for Lavery. Searching hand pass, meant for Howard. He was dispossessed there by Daly. And there'll be a boundary throw in right in front of the coffee truck. Terrible conditions for coffee, Fritz.
Yeah, he'd be better off selling ice creams, that bloke, Todd.
Boundary throw in.
No froth on top with the ice cream.
Oh, boundary throw in. The 233s. Now, Gertz pushed his man Lavery in the back. And he'll get the resultant free kick, Lavery. Gee, Huxtable lucky to get away with that as he came from the side. They sent the ball forward. Bounced off the Glasgow chest. Grabbed by Johnson. Got plenty on the kick. Just smashed it right and through for a behind. 3-4-22 East Point. So their game's just picked up in the last 10 minutes, Fridge.
Yeah, you can see their intensity's lifted in the last 5 minutes, Todd.
So to bring the ball
More pressure around the contest.
Back into play will be LaFranchi, who goes short, and it's effective. So they'll aim to clear deep in that pocket with a short kick back to the defensive goal square as they combine, and LaFranchi will get on the end of this. And go to McCreary. Short needs to be quick. Duff as he kicked the 200 gamer. Thompson couldn't get a hand on it. Chance here for Hannaford. Gathered, coughed it up. Oh, look at the speed of Salmon. He's quicker than the real Salmon. Left foot kick. Bouncing ball forward. Owen, good use of the body on Howard. Had numbers inside.
Too high.
One high. Gee, Howard did a lot right, but then just coughed it up. Sidestep from Owen. From forward centre wing. Went deep into attack. Players set themselves. Juggling attempted mark has been held by Salmon. Geez, he covered some ground. He just migrated from half back to deep forward and took a nice grab, Fridge.
Should be racing on Easter Monday with the speed he's got, Todd.
So it'll be Salmon. Should be wearing the pink boots, but...
he had him on last year, didn't he?
So Salmon with ball in hand, 45-degree angle, into the breeze, upstream, take your pick, across the face, and go! Only a few players can take a grab like that.
Oh, he can certainly take them, Todd. The execution is the issue. Yeah.
So he just takes hangers for fun. RP.
Yes, he does. And his execution just lets him down at times.
Well, it's a very important kick in the context of this game. It'll get the Cobras back within 2 points ahead of the quarter-time siren. Kicks on its way. He started right. Was always right through for a minor score. Good call, Fridge.
Why wouldn't he go the check side, Todd?
Yeah, I'm not him. I don't know.
Well, every other man and his dog does it.
Yeah. And when they miss with the check side, you go, why didn't they do the drop punt?
Yeah, on that angle though, Todd.
So it'll be Merritt with the long kick to Owen. Good use of the body. Umpire picked out a hold. It'll go against Owen. It'll go to Lavery. It'll go short to Rodamaronis. They started well this season, just started warming into this game, and he plays on. He goes by hand over to Geordie Johnson. Right foot kick, shallow entry inside 50. Brown at the back, went the defensive spoil, did well. So too did Glascott, but he didn't quite get the ball out of bounds. I'm sure that's what he was trying to do. Good pressure there from Lawler on Thompson to square away a stoppage 40 metres away from the East Point goal.
Would have been better off embracing the stoppage there, Todd, over the line. And anyway, same result.
Tap one by Van Meel. Chance for Johnson up against the boundary line.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, that's real. Geordie Johnson has 2 goals and East Point with a touch of class. Bit of cream on the top.
You know that
they move to a 14-point lead.
That's not us. That's just pure class.
Indeed. Yes, he's done it.
Does it
far too often.
Multiple times he's done it.
So he becomes the first multiple goal scorer for East Point. Of course, Kai Tyrrell has 2 for the Cobras, and that costly miss from Rye Penny at one end has, well, been punished with a goal at the other end, and a degree of difficulty somewhat greater from the Johnson attempt.
Yes, Todd, he's a freak.
Back at the restart. He's coping without his brother anyway. Tap one by Gertz. Shane nearly kissed McCreary in the end, but had to give him the footy in the end because save the social things for later. As Glascott dribbling ball towards out of centre wing. Loose ball opportunity. Chance for Q to gather. He did. Got it to Merritt on the bounce. Took his time. Got it to Hannaford. Told to play on. And there'll be a ball up 50 metres out from the Cobra goal.
Both sides pressuring around the contest is fantastic, Todd. You know, they're all hunting the footy and hunting the man.
Ball up. Tap one there by Lavery, only as far as Parente. Slade got a terrible bounce, favoured Howard in the end. He did the big high up and under. Outfield catch. Who wants it? Well, Lavery spilled it. Was a tough attempt. Free kick against Rodamaronis. It's going to go to the Cobras. They'll go back and have a shot on goal. And guess who? Under the pack. No one else other than Tyson Shea, who's... they should make a banner for his 1,003 kick over his journey, Fridge. He's always in and under, and geez, he coughs some knocks, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, he's brutal with getting knocked, Todd. He cops it every week, and he's in and under, and keeps bouncing back up, Todd.
Well, given he's a farmer, these blows from humans will be nothing on what he gets from Monday to Friday. How's the finish from Shea? Didn't get the distance. Now, East Point could do the clearing. Well, they had more time than they thought. Dribbling ball, chance here for Hucker to gather.
Good hands.
Here gave the quick hand pass over towards Thompson, I think it was. And his kick was cut off there by LaFranchi. Squaring kick to Penny. McDade presents. Look out! Side step was okay. Composed, youngster kick forward. Owen, crash and bash, brought the ball to ground. Gave the Cobras a chance, but it was all the Kangas. Brown read it better. Spun us off his chest. Sat up nicely. Gave it to Rodamaronis, who went short into the middle of the ground of Van Meel. Now, who's forward? Where's McDougall?
Numbers.
He's in a wedding. Right foot kick from Van Meel went wide to the half forward. And Cairns, who's a good accumulator. Whilst there's plenty of East Point players to worry about, Cairns not shy on getting plenty of ball. As Hucker was solidly met there by Parente, made to earn it. Hucker, who had last year off with that horrible injury suffered against the Devils in round one. Welcome back, Hucker. Kick goes forward, players fly.
Oh,
Cobras had the numbers. And said the sharking. Just as we gave him a rap, he's lived up to the rep with an excellent clean ball gather, but he's just missed off to the right through for a minor score.
been good Cairns, Todd.
Heck, yeah, it's got quite Cairns conditions here today too, Fitch.
Yeah.
He'll be right at home in these warm conditions. 4-5-29 East Point, lead Bacchus Marsh 2-2-14. I guarantee there might be a couple of coaches tuning in around the region, keeping an eye on this game. The 2-0 Cobras taking on the 2-0 Kangas. There's a kick out of defence, got a bit of it. Chance here for Wilson outside of the right boot.
Yeah.
Well, he got too much in the belly and smashed it over the line. Don't worry, I think the fire truck's going to go and pick it up.
I'll retrieve it, the footy.
4-5-29 East Point, Bacchus Marsh 2-2-14. And, gee, you barely hear a fire truck late in April, Fridge.
No, Todd, it's the conditions in the weather has been absolutely sublime.
Well, it wouldn't be the Rotunda over there up in flames. They'd be on the seafood over there with those premium tickets. Ball goes to halfback, off the hands of Owen. Loose ball opportunity, swarm of players around. It'll favour Rodamaronis. Couldn't gather cleanly, touch of the fumbles, got time to butter up. And the vision was good and found Geordie Johnson.
We're at 2 next.
So he'll go into the pocket, looking towards Brown. Got it. Yep. Brown presented. He's quite the utility, Brown, isn't he?
No, look, Toddy, look, even last year when he went at Melton, when they beat Melton over at Mackie Park, he went forward and kicked 2 goals in that last quarter.
Yeah.
So he can play either end of the ground. He can play anywhere. It's best utility in the competition, possibly.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the on-call player. He's constantly on call, isn't he? A band-aid player, a bit like Billy Myers for the Devils.
24/7 he is. Open all hours.
Yeah, weddings, parties and anything. You miss and I'll come. So Jacob Brown, he'll kick right in front of those oysters and beautiful seafood rotunda over there, and he has a pot shot at the goals. It's going to go across the face. The siren will save the Cobras. A couple of opportunities gone begging late there for the Kangas. Bacchus Marsh not out of it after that impressive quarter of football to into the breeze. They're 2-2-14. East Point 4-5-29. Let's take a look at the goal scorers if you've got those, Fridge.
For the Cobras, Clyde Terrell with 2, and for East Point, Geordie Johnson with 2, Danny with 1, and Jack Jeffrey with the other.
So on Tui watch, yes, he's had 1 or 2 disposals and an effective block that allowed the Cobras to go deep for.
Yeah, like you can see that experience where he gets in between the player and, those 1%ers that he does. But, they'll be looking for a little bit more from Zach, but he hasn't played for a while, Todd, so it might take a couple of quarters to get into the game.
Yeah, he might be jet lagged from that trip to the jungle or hungry, given the diet on...
Well, it does make
animal genitalia for 3 weeks.
Well, the reputation that he's got makes the others stand tall that are around him. Makes them play a bit, better than what they probably do think they are, Todd.
So the former premiership coach of the Cobras, Travis Hodgson, in attendance today to acknowledge Simon LaFranchi's 200th game. He's had a couple of touches today, which has been encouraging. So if you're looking for update scores around the region today, we go to Play HQ, and we're endeavouring to find, you need to go to round 1, which is a bit of an anomaly, really. Redan, 5-3-33. leads Sunbury 2-4-16, if you don't mind.
Well, that's a turn up.
There must be a breeze
Well,
at Sunbury, surely.
surely they must be kicking with that breeze, Todd, because I wouldn't think that the quality of Sunbury, I know Redan are not a bad side, but I would have thought that Sunbury would get over Redan quite easily.
Well, the mail out of Sunbury is they're very, very confident. They're chip set on the flag for a trip away to the Maldives. But the way they're going at the moment, they'll be off to a rock bank. We'll just take a break and we'll be back with the second quarter in about 5 minutes' time.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
Look out as he throws the ball onto the left foot. This is going to favour Riley. Oh, Johnson mercuriously kept it in. They've got Hatchet forward. Up from the Magoos. He can take a mark and run in on open goal. Make himself a hero. And he's done it. Looking at it, brings the ball back into play. How about that for a roost? Longest kick of the day if you don't mind. Get down the back is Stevens. The Sunbury lines are up and about. If he can finish here, it'll be the goal of the day. He's put it through, Stevens. The goal. Welcome back to Mattingly Park on a warm day here. Tell you what, while there were some players that impressed, none have impressed more than that cloud that has kept the sun away from us in that opening term and ahead of this second quarter, Fridge.
Yeah, absolutely, Todd. It brings a bit of comfort to us when that sun's beating down on us and that cloud comes over. It's really refreshing.
So East Point had 10 shots on goal with the breeze in that opening term, which equated to 4 goals, 6. It'll be interesting to see how the Cobras go with their turn and their foot skills with it to take advantage of it. While it's blustery and swirly, it's clearly favouring the row end.
Yeah, absolutely.
So at the restart, it's East Point who lead by 16 points. Tap one by Gertz. Ground level ball, Parente over the footy. Held up by Wilson. There'll be a ball up on broadcast centre wing.
They must dominated the first 10 minutes of the quarter, Todd.
Indeed. Ball up. Chance for Shea over the footy. They must be kicking into the breeze because Shea had a shot from 30 and kicked it to the top of the goal square.
Like you said, it is favouring the railway end, but it is going across the ground.
Tap one by Gertz. Strength. Rodder Moronis tried to feed it out to Johnson. Rare fumble. Open the door for Gertz if he can sit for the big man. Kicked it in front of him, then applied the tackle on Johnson, who somehow just took Gertz's pocket there, and Gertz was forced to do the tackling in the end.
Good second effort by Gertz to put that tackle on Johnson.
Tap one by Gertz, went boundary side. And a roll over for a boundary throw in. So Geordie Johnson was one of the most influential players for East to start their ball rolling from that 10-minute mark onwards in that opening term.
Well, Brown, Johnson, Canning, they've all been good, those three.
Boundary throw in. And Rodder Morona starting to get a bit of it too. Lavery, Shea had a good opening term. Chance here for Craig. Might have caught one high, shoveled out there by Shea. Got it to Parente's, had a bit of it. Ball goes forward in the Tyrrell direction over his head and knocked over the line. Right on cue by Sam Q for a boundary throw-in. So no score. Opening 90 seconds of this second term. Cobra's in attack. And the sun's just come out. They've gone from umbrella to sunscreen in 30 seconds. Boundary throw-in. Tyrrell won the tap. Dangerous position. Chance for Darley. Something out of nothing. He's put it through. Just what the Cobras needed inside the opening 2 minutes.
Started well again, Todd. Pushing the ball inside their forward 50 and putting pressure around the contest. And that's all Dennis would be asking for. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
It looks like a fitter version of Jake Owen in 25. He's ageless. He's been 25 for 5 years, Jake Owen.
Yeah, I did say to him at the start of the year, Todd, I've never seen him as fit as he's ever been. I think he's nearly on the weight that he was playing when he was playing at the Cannons.
Right.
Or VFL, actually, at Williamstown it was.
So that's his 10th goal this season, 2025, and gets the Cobras back within 10. And you wouldn't take Einstein to work out that Owen has a big say in the Cobras' fortunes this afternoon. Tap one by Gertz, chance for Shea. Unselfishly and with poise. Got it to Craig, went to the pocket. A good use to the body there by Slater on Tui. And outpointed the AFL champ on that occasion. And he goes along the line, hugs the boundary. Well-weighted kick. Mark taken there by Wilson. Wilson goes along the line to centre wing. Lavery outnumbered. Cobras got the spoil. Rodder Moronis got the rebound. And he gathered the ground ball. He's the only one who was clean enough. And he got it to Jeffrey. Tumbling kick to half forward. Oh, McDade was courageous, but look out the back goes Thompson. He can run into an open goal here, knocking the ball forward to advantage and did enough in the end. That's the response East Point needed. They cancel out that Jake Owen goal with a goal of their own through Hamish Thompson.
Young fella McDade, the right thing to do, just unfortunate. Done the right thing and spoilt and come over the other side and, bit of different.
Yeah, the spoil just went goal side.
Yes.
Which they were able to get out the back, the Kangas.
Yeah. Young boy from the Western Jets, bottom-age boy, Todd McDade.
Yeah. I'm not sure I know many of the McDades.
McDade.
Back at the restart, it'll be Gertz and Van Meel. Gertz with that tap to Shea, copy-paste. Opportunity here for Rodder Moronis, who's tackled, taken to the ground over that hard cricket pitch And the comments I've heard out of Eastern Oval, I wonder which centre would be harder. The one we have here at Manningley Park today on that cricket pitch,
Oh, no.
or the one at Eastern Oval?
No, Todd.
Rock hard the square.
Spencer gets up there and waters the one at the Eastern Oval.
Can't see it from Rodham Aronis, who tried to get the handball, give the handball, and then went by foot and missed. Swing and a miss, as they say. Wasn't penalised by the umpire. Gertz was held. So too was Shea. He'll get the second one, Shea.
Geez, he's been a soldier, this bloke.
Indeed. Yeah, they should give him a badge too. Right foot kick towards half forward. Owen did all the body work, got the front spot. Chance for Davis. Searching hand pass, meant for Tui. Didn't find him. Turnover opportunity here for East Point. If it'll sit up for Jeffrey, he got a terrible bounce. Rolled over the line for a boundary throw in. True centre wing broadcast side.
And everything but bar market, Jake. Hold his opponent out and, yeah.
Each Point 36, Bacchus Marsh 20. Hello to our good friends watching interesting, well, curiously, out of Echuca this afternoon. He shall remain nameless. There's a prominent figure in the BFNL.
There's a couple at Stall listening in too, Toddy.
And there might be one at Alexandra too.
Yeah, the Stall people, they're down there for the Stall gift.
Oh, the bloke Barnes from Redden might be up there. I missed that. Give us a spell. Over the line, boundary throw in, Lincoln Barnes. And there'll be a boundary throw in, 51 metres around. From the Cobra goal. They need to make this time in their front half count. Because East Point had 10 short scoring shots in that opening term with that gusty breeze. Bacchus Marsh with just the one in the opening 6 minutes. Good pressure from the tackler. Speaking Parente on Kenny. And the two number threes going head to head. So we'll get the restart. It'll be Tyrrell in the ruck. We'll give that one to Van Meel. Kenny tried to find Johnson cleverly with the outside of the right hand. Just missed him. But found the boundary line in the end. There'll be a ball up 40 metres around from the Cobra goal. About 10 metres shy of where Geordie Johnson kicked one straight out of the Geordies, straight through the middle. And at the opening term. Boundary throw in. Tap one by Tyrrell. Kept it alive. Chance here for McCreary. And pass meant for Shea. Just held up in the breeze. He was forced to apply the tackle in the end. And there'll be a boundary throwing. So, yes, we were right. There was a breeze at Sunbury. Bredan kick with a 5-goal breeze. And hence their 5-goal term in that narrow lead. Boundary throwing. Laborie won the tap. Meant there towards Geordie Johnson. Gee, a bit stiff there, Gertz. Yeah. So Johnson sort of crashed into Gertz's knee. As you can see, Gertz running away a bit proppy. And the free kick was given. So Merritt will get the uncontested mark on half-back. Go short to Jeffrey as he likes.
Down the line.
Could have gone to Hucker, but instead he picked out McDade, who read it well off the boot.
Got a bit of height about him, this boy, Todd.
Yeah. He's not shy on courage either, the youngster. Sends the ball. Shallow entry inside. 50, Kenny the fly. Couldn't hang on to that one. Ground ball, stoppage. 49 metres away from the Cobra goal.
Just see him floating through the air, Penny.
So there'll be a ball up. Tap one there by Tyrrell. Read it well there. Geordie Johnson, arguably East Point's best. Penetrating kick into the breeze, meant for Rodham Aronis. It's got to be deliberate. Yeah, you'll pay that. Yeah. Just tried to find Armfield there, but forgot that Dennis is not playing this year.
Bit stiff. Done the right thing, though, Todd.
Yeah, that's right. So Rodham Aronis sends the ball into attack. Johnson to the side, couldn't hang on to it. Ground ball opportunity. Dropped there by Lavery. Cobra's under the pump. Glasgow searching hand pass was okay. And the kick good and found Kavakovic. So Kavakovic with ball in hand can get the Cobras out of trouble. And he just needs someone to present. So he just goes along the line in the Tyrrell direction. Had it knocked away from him there by Thompson. A little bit more of a disguise than the Kavakovic out that we saw moments ago.
Really 1-for-1 there, Todd. Where did he direct it to?
Well, he had an opponent.
Yeah, but where did he direct it to?
Yeah, that's right. But the insufficient intent was, the spoil was the first intent.
Yes.
Kavakovic was just searching for Farfield. Free kick here to East Point on half-forward broadcast side. So the Coppers couldn't capitalise on those 4 or 5 minutes they had in their front half. So Cairns will send East Point into attack. Rodamaronis couldn't hang on. Ground ball opportunity here for the bustling midfielder. He's caught by Kovacevic.
Holding the
The
ball.
umpire's paid it. So he's had a good opening half, Kovacevic.
Been good.
Yeah. He looks fit too.
Yeah, another one that's got himself super fit.
So he goes short towards Perrette. Had the sum to deal with, went straight through his hands. Benefit of the doubt there for the joint captain. Brown said, well, I'll have it if you don't want it. Went by hand to Geordie Johnson. In towards Humphrey. And Humphrey's been taken to the ground.
B-Bear's just had one too many handballs given to him there.
Yeah, well, normally you'd have something to say, but
He got nothing to say.
Humphrey, nothing to say. Ball up down there by Gertz, who got it down there towards the Frankie with the fresh head.
Here we
The
go.
figure the bald head. Out in the direction of Penny.
That's
I'll
honest,
help
man.
without it every day of the week.
Umpire.
Well, the first umpire to blow the whistle was the boundary umpire, unfortunately, for the Coppers, because the ball rolled over the line for a boundary throw-in. So a goal apiece in this second term. 10.5 minutes gone. Each point 5-6. Lead Bacchus Marsh 3-2. So it'll be Gertz with strength against Lavery. Now he'll favour out the back. Darley overran the footy. Opened the door there for Willems, who was held up. There'll be a ball up on true centre wing broadcast side. Tap one there by Lavery, but Craig was on the right side. Slow hand pass was good enough to get to McCreary. He could have gone to Daly, but Daly didn't really want it. Kick went forward towards Owen. He got a couple to beat. Q needs to be clean. The gather was. He got it towards Hannaford. So his right foot kick out wide in the Hucker direction. He had it knocked away from him. And they'll get out of trouble here. They'll combine by hand through Slater. He got it back to Hucker. He ran his measure, lowered the eyes, and the kick was okay to Thompson. So again, no bang for buck for the Cobras going forward on that occasion. So he goes short to Jeffrey. You can just chip it over the top. Easy as you like to Cairns. Right in front of a band of people. I can't spot one without a can in their hand. Kick to half forward. The spoil on Geordie Johnson was good there from McDade. And it went over the line for a boundary. Throwing on half forward out of sight of the ground for East Point.
Not a bad innovation. No cars, Toddy. Very smart move by the Brains Trust and Shannon Nixon.
East Point lead by 16 points here. Near 12 minutes gone. Second term. Boundary throw in. That heritage listed building in the background you see is the tennis club.
No, it's the Medallion Club of the footy.
Well, that's down there at the rotunda there.
That's the Medallion Club.
They're onto the caviar down there in the rotunda.
The Medallion Club straight across us, Toddy. The old tennis court club rooms.
Oh, yeah. Very throw in, centre wing out of side. You can see the breeze take that to the railway and it favoured Lavery. But through not much fault of the boundary umpire. He's been asked to throw it in again. Boundary throw in, tap one by Gertz, grand ball opportunity, missed there on that occasion by Kovacevic. Hurried kick forward up and under there by Humphrey. Chance here for Shea, quick hands to McCreary through traffic. Territory gain, bouncing ball to half forward. Howard leading Owen in the race for it. Gathered. Good pressure there from Tui. No, it wasn't Tui at all. You'd be happy to be called Tui if you don't mind. It was the youngster there in Davis.
Number 2.
Yeah, Tui wore 2 at Geelong, didn't he?
Oh, well, there's some
Completely different jumper. But,
some significance, Todd.
That's all I got. Boundary thrown on half forward out of side. Yep, we're closed signs up on the coffee truck. Half back. Any wonder it's 45 degrees. It's hotter out here than in a cup at the moment.
You wouldn't even have to steam the coffee over there.
Yes.
Just hang it out the window.
Just serve it up, yeah. All up. Well, Tyrrell was held, and the umpire let it go. Clever little kick out of the congestion. Went direction there of McCreary. 51 metres out. Got it in the 1-2. Gave it to Owen. Back to McCreary. How's the kick?
Goal.
Pretty good. Cobras like it. And they get their 4th of the afternoon back within 10 points. And some bang for buck for a weighted ball with the breeze in their front half.
Yeah, and that's probably the second best passage of play that they've had, with having a bit of luck there with Owen handballing onto McCreary and then finishing off with that high ball of a goal, Todd.
It went high, all right. Nearly knocked a bird out of the sky. 14 and a half minutes gone, second term here. Entertaining game of football. Bacchus Marsh 4-2-26. Charlie's Point 5-6-36. 10-point lead.
Cobras are doing the right things, Todd. You know,
Yeah, they're hanging in. Each Point have just lost 2 of their last 20 games. Ball up, back in the middle of the ground here. Tap one there by Tyrrell. Through traffic, Shea.
Good.
Got it to Salmon. It went to Parente, kicked to half forward. Owen had the ball knocked away from him by Howard. Tui went to ground. One of the high, denied by the umpire. Second effort good, knocked it boundary side. Only as far as Wilson. Wilson quick hands through traffic. Chance here for Brown. He's spending a bit of time on half back. Right foot kick in the Geordie Johnson direction. Glascott could have marked that ball in the end. Had his view obscured there by Geordie Johnson. Rebound kick from Lawler. Had a bit much on it. Out of bounds on the full. And a rebound opportunity for the East Point side through Wilson. Tick over 15 minutes gone. East Point 36, Bacchus Marsh 26. It'll be Wilson. And goes along the line. Looking there.
Oh.
The back. Lawler. Terrific grab.
another one that can do those sort of things, Todd.
Oh, Kabarkovic.
Oh, okay.
You just give it to me. Will give it to me. And the boundary umpires just let him know that it was Will's catch in the end. So, we'll replay the favour and give it back to Kabarkovic.
Here's the switch.
And the switch is on. So here they go through Goebel. His right foot kick to out of centre wing.
Kick.
It's a nice mark taken there by McDade. Had a bit of weight on the kick. With that breeze, right foot kick towards half forward, out in the Davis direction. Ball bounced off his chest. Opened the door for Thompson. And ping, said the umpire. Good tackle there by Davis. It might have been a sling on Brown. Davis sent the ball forward. Owen the fly. Couldn't hang on to it. Ground ball opportunity here for the Cobras. Both, a couple of players spent it before they had it. And Owen, he's going to get a free kick here. It's going to go against Owen somehow to Howard, who played on, gave it to Merritt, who found Jeffrey on half-back. Wasn't much in that.
Very minimal, Todd.
So it'll be Jack Jeffrey, he too, on half-back at the moment. Kick meant for Brown, was cut off by LaFranchi. 200 gamer. They'll be loving it out there today. Right foot kick towards half forward.
Over the back.
There were 4 men up, no one down for the Cobras. And a swarm of players ensure there'll be a stoppage 45 metres out from the Bacchus Marsh goal. Tick over 17 minutes gone, second term. East Point lead by 10 points. Cobras in attack. Tui to do the ruck work. Outpointed on that occasion there by Van Meal. To a swarm of players at ground level. Daly one of those, and there'll be a ball up. Tap one by Van Meal again on Tui. Chance here for Rodamaronis. He's got some support to the outside. Through Wilson, who went short and found Lavery. So he plays on, went back to Wilson, who kept running. So a couple of the youngsters combining. Right foot kick to half forward.
Good.
McDade could spoil there on Thompson. McDade went to protect the ball for Lawler. But it wasn't forthcoming and resulted in a ball up. Chance here, second effort. Molan forced to release the ball. And coughed it up in the end through Parente. He's looked good by foot. How about that? Found Daly.
Nice kick.
Now, Will Cook kept running. Daly holds the ball up.
Nothing forward here. There's
giving East Point every chance to get back.
nothing.
The kick, Merritt. There was enough done by Parente to get a hand on it. Owen released the footy. They're not out of trouble yet, East Point. Merritt, quick hands combined. Good intercept touch there. Fell into the hands of Davis, who sent the ball forward. Was cut off there by Hucker in the last line of defence for East Point. So his short kick was effective and found Merritt. Oh, he turned it over.
That's a lazy kick, Todd.
51 metres out from goal.
Just casually put his foot to that footy. And he's better than that. Kenny hits up on the lead and takes the mark within 30, directly in front, Todd.
Yeah, it was a good kick from Gates.
You want that over again, Jackson Merritt, Todd? He wouldn't want it over again, that's for sure.
Well, Penny for his second shot on goal of this opening half. Important kick. Goal umpire does not move, and the Cobras are within 4 points here at Mattingley Park.
Just a costly turnover, just a bit sloppy, Todd.
5-2-32, Bacchus Marsh. Far East Point 5-6-36. We've got a game on here. 19 and a half minutes gone, second term.
Just that kamikaze, I think it was Huxtable that got that hand in there before when that ball was in between the two East Point players and knocked it forward inside 50 again. They're taking risks, the Marsh today. They're just playing on adrenaline, you know.
Yeah, they've got a good opportunity today in front of a home crowd against East Point. That one by Gertz. Huxtable over the footy. Couldn't gather. Stacks on the mill. Bit of Jenga going on there, Fridge. There'll be a ball up.
You know, in the context, it's just a free hit for the Marsh.
Yeah, that's right. Ball up. Tap one by Gertz. Parente waited under and set the ball forward. Been good. And his right foot kick. Shallow entry inside 50. Chance here for Penny. Cook gathered. Got it over towards Davis. High up and under kick. Here comes it.
Yeah.
Geez, you saw him coming from a fair way back. I can just hear the whisper through the headphones there, Fridge.
Yeah.
And he'll go back and have a shot on goal here, Owen. 45-degree angle. He's had his kicking boots on this year. Yep. Kick 10 and 1 today.
Just a couple of easy ones yesterday. Last week, he said, Jake. 2-4 last week. But, yeah, I'll back him from here, Todd.
So this will give the Cobras the outright lead in time on of this second term. Left goal post will be the option. And he's just
easy.
Taken the advice and put it straight through the middle. And the Cobras get the lead here at Mattingley Park. Time on second term. Back-to-back goals. They're all important, especially when you're playing against the quality of a side like East Point. They're 6-2-38 Bacchus Marsh. Owen has 2. East Point 5-6-36.
For any youngster that's watching this game here, you watch him, he just never, ever deviates his eyes off the footy, Jake. All good players do it. So it's just a fantastic role model for this football club.
So a big crowd in attendance, just littered around the perimeter here at Mattingley Park. Of course, we can't all afford those seats up there in the rotunda, but
I see a bloke there with
coffee man's gone home.
I see a bloke with a white cloth over his arm up there.
The only bloke that leaves the guy running the coffee truck. Tap one by Gertz to Huxtable. Awkward looking torpedo, territory gain. Cook tried to tap into the manager, Tui. Indecisive, just went over the top towards Penny, did enough. They went further along the line. They wanted a high tackle there, the Cobras. They won't get one. There'll be a ball up.
Smart enough to get out of that one, Todd.
Yeah, Huxtable got on the end of that. And
he's lifted in this quarter, Huxtable.
Yeah, spending a bit more time through the middle now. Speaking of the devil, now he's applied the tackle on Geordie Johnson. Bit of heat creeping into this game. I'm not talking about the temperature.
The other sun's gone in.
So there'll be a boundary throw in as Tui hustles Canning over the line for a boundary throw in.
Was it interesting before when the young boy, Wilson, when Tui hit that ball outside, the second he went through the block on him and sort of must have stung him. Anyway, Tui went back and checked if he was okay. So some sportsmanship, fantastic.
Willems got the clearance, and only as far as LaFranchi. Dropped what he probably should have taken, but did the buttering up, went forward, sun in the eyes. Who will it favour? Slater couldn't gather. Look out, the pressure from Tui was good. But they've got numbers. Johnson spent it before he had it. And McCree's kick was smothered, lucky because it was going out of bounds on the full. Now chance here for Brown, gathered, rode the tackle, lucky to get away with in the end. And Hannaford somehow kept it in. Parente, tackle taken to the ground there by Willems. There'll be a ball up.
Lucky to get away with that, Will Cook. He flicked that one up. Todd.
Bacchus Marsh lead by 2 points in this Good Friday encounter. Tap one by Van Meel. Tui held up there by Johnson. Don't have to differentiate between Geordie and Matty today, given Matty's up there in Noosa, I believe. And Huxtable with it's like a high tackle from here, but
How stiff are those boys this wedding? You know, they would have thought at the start when they planned the wedding, no Good Friday, you know, we won't be playing.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, hats off to the hierarchy of East Point and Bacchus Marsh to organise this game. Probably more so Shannon Nixon, who became aware of that wedding just before the fixture. Kick, dribbling ball towards half back here for East Point. Clever hand pass there from McDade. Got it to Glasgow. So a couple of the lesser names combined. Bit of pinball action going on there. Who will it favour? Chance here for McCreary. He's taken to the ground there by Canny. And there'll be a ball up 30 metres away from the Bacchus Marsh goal.
Hasn't the pressure by both sides been fantastic, Todd?
Indeed. See, a late one here would be just a bonus for the Cobras. McCreary
He hasn't got it.
did not have the footy. He'll go back and have a shot on goal here. And a chance to kick his second. And give the Cobras a very handy 8-point lead as we tick over 25 minutes into this second term.
Another one that's in and under. Same role as Shea. Two good balls to have in your midfield, Shea and McCreary.
Yeah, indeed. And, they average 25 to 30 touches a game. And they do a lot without the ball too, just with their hustle. So a shot on goal here for McCreary. Some good reward for his good work. McCreary's got two. And the Cobras get their 7th and an 8-point lead here at Mattingly Park.
Bit of remonstrating here, Todd. He's starting to get a bit heated now.
That's all the umpires need. They've already done a game in the under-19s and they're back up here again in the seniors.
See, it must be in a bad way, the umpiring association, when you got, blokes doing 2 games on a Saturday, under-19s and the senior game. Geez,
Tigger Edwards doing the 2s last week.
Yeah, well, then you rely on club volunteers to do your reserve grade.
Yeah.
Back
at the restart here. Bacchus Marsh with an 8-point advantage. Time on second term. Can they go again? Chance for Cairns. Quick. Van Mill got a touch of the fumbles. Geordie Johnson got it to Rodamoronis. Good pressure there from the Cobras to deny them. Gertz, hand pass was, was a kick. Free kick paid prior to that Gertz handball give. It's going to come back. It's going to go to Van Mill. Gee, I hope that wasn't for a throw because Gertz did plenty right there. Right foot kick to outer centre wing. Lavery the target and it knocked away from him. Gathered there by Jeffrey. He's under the pump here. Needs some support. Holding the ball. It's the right call from the umpire.
No support, Todd.
No,
nobody to give it to.
Mate.
And the pressure of the Marsh, the tackling has been far superior today.
So Craig went forward, shallow entry inside 50. Owen with the spoil out the back. How's the gather there from Darley? Kick with the outside of the right boot. Only went as far as Romerall. It went to Merritt. So negotiate by hand to Brown. Back to Merritt. Needs to be quick, and he was. Beautiful right foot kick towards centre wing. The mark's been taken there by Lavery. So Lavery will just go short. The kick's okay to Merritt, who's pressed up. Yeah, East Point had about as much support as that bloke in the coffee truck had there earlier on.
Yeah, there's still nobody gone to that truck.
No. There's the kick along the line. Out the back there is Finlay. Quick hands to Gertz. Overcooked the hand pass. And that cannons into the Sopranos pizza sign for a boundary throw in. Attacking side of centering out of side of the ground for the Cobras.
The Marsh's pressure is just forcing East to be very fumbly in their decision making.
Yeah, there's a lot of perceived pressure out there too.
Yes.
Yeah. Pick over 28 minutes gone. They've always been a good pressure stoppage team, the Cobras. And they've just added a bit of efficiency to their general play, ball movement, etc. Ball up. Chance here for Craig again. Hand pass over the top meant for LaFranchi, and it's stolen. Ended up in the hands of Willems, who went to half forward. Nice mark taken there, running back with the flight there by Salmon. So Salmon.
What a good kick. Oh, yes.
Enough weight on the kick. And it was okay in the end. He got it to Parente, went forward to Owen. He's got a couple to beat. He's at the back. He'll endeavour to soccer.
Oh, that's off the ball.
Bang there by Brown. And they'll clear out of the fence through Thompson, who found Humphrey. So Humphrey, Jacob Brown, always good for one of those very fair heave-ho
It
bumps.
was fair.
Yeah, terrific. And the kick from Humphrey, just getting used to saying that, was good and found Geordie Johnson. So Geordie Johnson is told to play on by the umpire. Wheels onto that right boot, goes along the line. Cobras have got numbers. That'll be Lawler.
Been solid.
Yeah, been good across half back. And he goes with the right foot kick. And that's a good kick too to McDade, who marked on true centre half back. And they continue the transition to the outer side. Another good kick. Tyson Shea played on, went with the right boot, back in the Owen direction. Hands at the back, chance to Daly, and it's stolen away from him by Thompson. Needs to be quick. Look out. There's the Owen pressure. Put pressure on the handball, and it went over the line for a boundary throw in some 15 to 20 metres around from the Cobra goal. Tick over 30 minutes gone, second term. And the Cobra 7 goals, 2. So they've been more efficient with their shots on goal. With the breeze. Throw in. Chance here for Van Meel as the breeze picks up. The ball ends up over the line for a restart. Boundary throw in. Cobra's deep into attack here. One last chance at a score, you'd think, in this second term in the dying moments. It's the Cobras who lead by 8 points. Owen and McCreary have 2 goals each for the Cobras. Now there's Tyrrell, who's tackled there by Johnson.
Oh,
Cairns
Cook.
popped it up to Cook. Dribbling ball. Didn't make the distance from 9 metres out. Just didn't get enough on the kick, obviously. And Hucker will get onto that rebound kick off the last line and get East Point out of trouble.
Yeah.
So it goes with a high up and under. Won't really favour anybody. There's McDade again. I've been impressed with him. Finlay through traffic. Went back to Gertz, who just sent an awkward floater forward. And then Owen flew. So too did Penny and Q. Around the safety of the boundary line. There'll be a throw in 40 metres around from the Cobra goal.
I think just a blend of experience that the Marsh have got. And their second-year players have stepped up. They're playing some really good footy here, Tom. Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of coach league boys running around for the Cobras today. I think McDade's one of those. Boundary throw in.
On.
Umpire call play on. Geordie Johnson lucky to get away with that. Shea at ground level. Oh, he's got one over the shoulder. Gee. He get a free kick for Christmas, Shea.
He's always in an underdog.
Oh, he is, yeah. He know what was in it anyway in the box. Oh, not another free kick. I got one of those last year. So it'll be Shea from 55. Just sits it up. Hopes the breeze will take it. And went off wide, off hands, over the line. As the siren sounds for half-time here. And a response needed from the Kangas, who went into the game favourites today, despite having a handful of key players out. As the Cobras, who trailed at quarter time, have arrested back a much important deficit and go into the half-time break with the lead. They're 7-2-44. They lead East Point 5-6-36. Fridge, you got the goal scorers.
For the Marsh, 3 on multiples. Owen with 2, McCreary and Tyrrell, and single to Penny. For East Point, Geordie Johnson with 2, Canny, Thompson, Hamish, and Jeffrey with the 1.
Well, there was plenty you like about the Cobras. I really enjoyed the work of their half-back line, the way they pressed up. And Gertz was one of those who got behind the footy as well, and that allowed Tyrrell to do the ruck work forward and Tui on a couple of occasions. But McDade across half-back and Gertz getting back, he's been they've been good as a group, and Parente and Shea have had plenty of it.
Well, defensively, they've been terrific, the Marsh Todd. They're getting back at numbers, and they're supporting each other. And then when they get that opportunity to switch that kick to the other side of the ground and get some free-flowing footy going, they look really, really good. And, their pressure and their intensity, their heat has been fantastic today. And it just shows, they've kicked five straight in this second quarter.
Yeah.
To East Point's 1-1.
Yeah. In fairness, with the breeze, but East Point had 10 shots in that first quarter, and their return was 4 goals, 6. But it's essentially the same, really. 30 points, isn't it?
I just see that that East are just a little bit fumbly, a little bit shaky, not as confident as moving the footy. We have got 3 players out, but they'll need to readjust because this game could get away from them, and it's really one that the Cobras will really build on if they can get away with this game.
Yeah, and they were able to, well, just by having ball in hand, they were able to take away some of that dominance that Geordie Johnson was having earlier in that game. I guess when you've got ball in hand, the opposition don't have it, Pritch.
Well, you don't see like Merritt making a mistake like that in his defensive 50, kicking that ball, turning that footy over. He's a fantastic kicker of the footy. Usually he hits someone up, and then you don't see Mika making, like fumbling and missing targets, close in handballs are missing the target. So they're putting the pressure on, and they're coming up trumps at the moment, Todd.
And a score out of the Clark Oval. So Sunbury had their chance with the breeze in the second term, and they lead at half-time. 8-8-56 Sunbury, lead Redan 6-3-39. So a 17-point lead to Sunbury there at the Clark Oval. Whilst here at Mattingley Park, Good Friday action. Still plenty more to come. I've got a ripper game to unfold in a second half, but that's not until about 10 minutes away. So we'll have a well-deserved break, and we'll be back with us. So stick with us by the BFNL Match Centre and the vision provided by the Red Onion Media Group. It's the Cobras who lead at half-time by 8 points, 7-2-44, East Point 5-6-36.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
Look out as he throws the ball onto the left foot. This is going to favour Riley. Oh, Johnson mercuriously kept it in. They've got Hatchet forward. Up from the Magoos. He can take a mark and run in a open goal. Make himself a hero. And he's done it. Looking at it, brings the ball back into play. How about that for a roost? Longest kick of the day in 8-9. Get down the back is Stevens. The Sunbury lines are up and about. If he can finish here, it'll be the goal of the day. He's put it through, Stevens. The goal.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
Look out as he throws the ball onto the left foot. This is going to favour Riley. Oh, Johnson mercuriously kept it in. They've got Hatchet forward. Up from the Magoos. He can take a mark and run in on open goal. Make himself a hero. And he's done it. Hyde looking at it, brings the ball back into play. How about that for a roost? Longest kick of the name in 8-9. Get down the back is Stevens. The Sunbury lines are up and about. If he can finish here, it'll be the goal of the day. He's put it through, Stevens. The goal.
Welcome back to Mattingly Park ahead of the third quarter action. And two words come to mind, Fridge. Anyone's game.
Yeah, my 2 words there, denying them and annoying them, the Mark.
Yeah, very true. And I was just chatting to Darley Footy Club Life member Danny Duggan. I was just saying, gee, you only got to be a couple of players shy of your best and to really be tested in this Ballarat League this
Oh,
year.
100%. If you're not at full strength and like you're not 100%, well, you're going to get found out in this competition. It's just not a Mickey Mouse competition anymore, Todd.
No.
Like,
And let's not forget the Coppers are without Isaac Nixon, Jamie Fulton, and Ethan McKercher as well.
yeah, look, they've got, 3 or 4 to come back as well. So, Stevens, they may not be the quality of McDougall and the other Johnson boy, but not far from it.
Yeah, well, their value to the side is equal, yeah. Siren sounds to get this third quarter underway. East Point kick to the right of screen to the scoring end. Shade ridden into the ground. And tonight his Christmas present on that occasion.
I think the foot come underneath from young Johnson.
There'll be a restart. The railway end of the cricket pitch. Call it even. Shade did the sharking. High up and under kick. Umpire will pay the mark.
Courageous.
Oh, Molan.
Courageous.
Yeah, terrific mark. Back with the fly. Didn't know what was coming the other way. Might have been some good communication there from Merritt, I imagine.
Young kid too.
Oh, that went through the hand. Slips catch. Dropped there by Thompson. Turnover opportunity for Finlay. Went forward towards Owen. Had a good opening half. What he didn't hang on to, he brought to ground. His pressure was very good. And he complemented that bulk of work with 2 goals. And that's essentially the separation between the two sides. So Cobras lead by 8 points. They've got a stoppage on half forward. Tap one there by Gertz, only as far as Cairns. High up and under kick. Hopeful towards Johnson. Going this 4 there was the Frankie, son of the eye. Shark there by Jeffrey. Right foot kick to half forward. Brown in front, strong.
Got to wait.
So it'll be Brown. Look at the Cobras get back.
Yeah, numbers again.
Told to play on.
Block.
So Brown went short. Uncharacteristic poor kick. Now, McDade was one of the Cobras' best in the opening half. Well, he nearly missed his foot. Don't know what happened there. Ground level ball. Chance here for Rodamaronis. At the gather. He just needs the support. No Matty Johnson, but he'll give it to Lavery. Who went with a long kick to an open forward line. There's just the Frankie there, and he's 200, so he'll just go short to Kabarkovic. He can steady the ship.
Oh.
Diving slips catch, put down there by Goebel.
What's he paying?
And a let off there for East Point. They'll get a ball up 40 metres away from their goal. She's those hit up 45 kicks in defence. They really need to be pinpoint, don't they?
Correct.
Bacchus Marsh lead by 8 points. 2 scoreboards for the score of 1 this afternoon here. Chance here for Brown, dispossessed. Shea just tumbled the ball onto the boot.
No, I don't.
Just a territory game, really, because it's going to come back as quickly as it came out through Hucker, who wastes no time. Sends the ball deep in the Johnson direction.
It's a fair kick.
And Geordie Johnson on his right foot here. Now he'll go around and do one of those snaps, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
And this could end up on the bonnet of a car in the railway car park here.
Or on the train going to Ballarat.
There he goes.
And missed everything.
Well, he's missed all and sundry, out of bounds on the full.
Should have quick the drop punt, son.
Tick over 2.5 minutes gone, second term. They're just a bit rattled here at the moment, East Point.
Yeah, they are rattled, Todd. That's the pressure that the Marshal put on this.
So Kavarkovic with a high up and under kick. There's the fly from Hannaford. Couldn't pull down the mark.
Oh.
Yeah, put that in the Christmas stocking.
Gladstone Small, no neck.
And Tyson Shea will play on. Kavarkovic will go along the line.
Well, good.
Strong overhead. Not for the first time today. Molan.
Another one of these in talents who's got some ability, Todd.
Yeah, the third of the Molan Brigade making his debut today from the Rebels. Right foot kick. Brown, second attempt, couldn't hang on. The Frankie went to ground. And there'll be a ball up 49 metres away from the East Point goal.
Just shows you, Todd, another contest there. 4 against 1. Brown against 4 of the Marsh defenders. Oh, good pick-up.
Gathered by Huxtable, who ran away and found
me.
Had a bounce on the full. So it'll be Molan again. And his right foot from half forward. Goes in the direction of Jeffrey, who floated across the front, couldn't take the mark. Chance for Jones.
Out.
Out of bounds. But again, on that last line, would have been a turnover again. Really been accountable behind the ball. I've been really impressed with the Cobras' defence today.
Their halfback line's been terrific, Todd. They've just stood up all day.
Yeah, their work they want to get back to. Van Meel, no one there really. Through traffic went Jeffrey, forced to release by hand, but Cobras have got numbers again. Through Gertz, who got it to Kavakovic, went back to Gertz. And boundary side looking there towards Gates. High up and under kick. In front, Hannaford copped the push. Umpire called play on. Penny through traffic, got it to Tyrrell. Look out, Owen. Managed to get ball to boot. As Slater applied the tackle. Foot race on. How will it sit for Darley? Well, he got a leg break. Opened the door for Romerall. Forced to release the footy. Tyrrell. He'll hang on to it and square away a stoppage here on half forward broadcast side for the Cobras.
Oh, a good old-fashioned rugby tackle there, Todd.
Yeah, some rush yards there for the big fella Tyrrell. Tap one there by Lavery. Through the hands of Merritt. Ended up with Davis, who went forward. Owen continuing on. Juggling attempt. Denied by the East Point defence.
Okay.
They usher the ball out towards Hucker. Had more time, but he'll get over the top to Johnson, who's got a paddock. He decides to go wide to Van Meel, who's got off the leash and pushed forward and went in the direction of Brown. Kick won't get to him on the full. Made it difficult for the utility. Off hands over the line for a boundary throwing.
Geez, he ignored Jack Jeffries. Geez, there was some hard running he'd done through the middle there and just absolutely ignored him.
Yeah, maybe just another cork popping in that rotunda. Another bowl of Prosecco going down. Just
You got the caviar out now. and the Savoy biscuits.
Yeah, well, and they've got nearly all the salmon, but there's one salmon they're running around out on the ground. Tap one there by Gertz. Ground level ball. Finlay couldn't gather. Gertz, well, caught one high. The big fella called play on the Frankie. Gave it back to Finlay. Hurried kick forward. Good territory gain into the breeze. Chance here for Thompson. Couldn't gather cleanly. Pressure good from the Cobras. Owen dropped it. Oh, somehow got boot to the ball. Saved the day there from holding the ball decision. Nearly in the back there against Davis. He was lucky to get away with it. The umpire will come in and effect a ball up.
Nearly a drop kick there, Todd.
Yeah, old-fashioned place kick.
Old-fashioned.
Your ball up. Some good numbers on the other side of the ground. Well, she can't see the majority of the crowd because they're parallel behind the cameraman here. Loose ball opportunity for Rodamaronis. Now, can he make it work? He got it over the top to Jeffrey. He can square the footy. Looking there towards Brown. Oh, Kavakovic. Excellent grab. Plays on. Being good. And found Craig, who presented in front of Wilson. Now, this is the kick we've been talking about. Needs to be good and weighted numbers. Found Parente, who goes into the middle of the ground to McCreary. He did the right thing by stopping there, because it was only East Point goal side. So he goes short. The kick's okay to Findlay. He's got Gertz out wide, but he'll go to the more defensive option to McDade, who went short to Gertz. They're covering some ground there. The big fella just got away from Lavery. So one of the premier ruckman, Gertz, in this comp.
Yep.
So he just sits the ball up towards half forward, made it hard for Owen. Did well just to usher him under the ball, did Howard, and went short to Geordie Johnson. The Bacchus Marsh won't mind Johnson getting possession in their
back half.
in the Kangas back half, that's for sure. So he goes wide to Romerall.
Nothing here.
So Humphrey presents. But he'll go lateral. Kick's okay. So they're weighing up the options at each point. They go along the line in the direction of Thompson.
Push.
And the mark's been taken there by Kavakovic. Thompson wanted the push. Playing with the umpire, but they don't change their minds too often, these umps.
No.
Kavakovic sent the ball forward in the direction of Tyrrell. Oh, he nearly brought that down, Tyrrell. Oh,
yes,
he's paid the mark. Yeah. Interesting. As Tyrrell plays on, goes in the Owen direction. Couldn't hang on to the mark. Ground ball opportunity. Q might have copped one high. He did. And Q will take the resultant free kick and get the Kangas out of trouble. So no score added in this third term, being playing 8.5 minutes. So Sam Q with ball in hand will come broadcast side. Now, hands here for Cairns at the back. Went the spoil. Thompson knocked it again forward towards Lavery and went searching and hope. Thought of Rodamaronis. Got around the tackle and sent the kick wide out in the direction of Brown. Lawler in pursuit. But the boundary line beat them all over the line for a throw in. Much to the disappointment of Brown. And to the delight of Lawler, must it be said, Fridge.
Yes, he was very happy that he called that.
8-point lead to the Cobras. No score added in this third term. Been playing a tick over 9 minutes. Throw in favoured Gertz. Ryder Moronis happy to see it over the line for a throw in on a very warm day. The sun's come out again here. We'll test the endurance of these two sides. Late 20s conditions here. Difficult for a winner game. Tucker got the clearance, sent it forward. Glasgow went the spoil, got enough on it to get it to the body from the boundary line. We'll get to the danger zone. McDade could hang on to the mark, but was infringed with, said the umpire. I've got him in Bacchus Marsh's best, McDade.
Yeah, yes, certainly.
And he went short, and the kick was fine.
Salmon
goes with the right foot, beyond half back in the Penny direction. Hannaford went the fly, couldn't hang on. Penny went to ground. Play held up, Hugh and Cook. There'll be a ball up. Yeah, the coffee man, he's done for the day.
Yeah, shut us down.
Bring out the sub, an ice bin full of beers.
He would have been better off getting super dupers from the supermarket and selling them, Todd.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Well, the coffee man's the only person to have gone home
Well, he's shut
this
up
afternoon.
He's shut up shopping on the fence watching the game now.
Boundary throw in. Tap one by Lavery. Chance for a high up and under kick there from Cairns. It went forward. Waiting at the back there was Lawler. He's under pressure here though. Needs to feed the ball. He did. They did well. They got the support, the Cobras. Finlay threw the ball on the boot towards half back. It was a good attack on the footy. Right foot kick. Went back forward. Who's at the back? Chance here, but
Thompson. Oh,
see, they did a lot right there, the Cobras. Just
Yeah.
a loose ball game.
they're extremely
Was
unlucky.
enough.
Thompson with his second. There just seems to be no system with East Point going inside 50. They're just blazing and bombing at the moment.
Yeah, well, it's difficult when, you've been quite McDougall and Robinson centric, and fair enough, two key forwards, they
Yeah.
combined for over 100 goals last year.
Yeah,
And so it's a new forward line.
we'll get that, Todd. I do get that, but
But you're
yeah,
right.
It's just the Marsh have just taken it right up to these blokes today.
Then the Cobras get one back while Ryder Moronis has a spell. Ground level ball. Johnson over the footy. So to Willems, but there'll be a ball up. So East Point within 2 points here on the back of that Thompson goal. Knocked forward there by Johnson towards half forward. LaFranchi did the defensive tap and it only went as far as Willems. Here goes East Point again. Brown it's going to be a
Goal.
bouncing ball. It's going to roll
No.
through for 8 points.
Point. Just that leg break.
One
Off
point,
break.
1 point ball game here. Entertaining game of footy. East Point 6-7-43. Trail back as smart 7-2-44. 12 and a half minutes gone. Third term. Lawler brings the ball back into play. Huxtable went it with one arm. Canny needs the support.
He's got it.
Through the legs. Tunnel ball, if you don't mind. And Cairns lowered the eyes, went looking for Humphrey. And he's had out. He had the outnumber there with Craig and Findlay.
Only come off his foot.
Yeah, they did. And there'll be a boundary throw in 35 metres around from the East Point goal.
Dodged 2 bullets there, Todd.
Throw in. Shallow one at that. Players not the only ones feeling the heat.
Come in another 10 yards, champ.
It'll be nearly a tip-off rather than a throw-in if that was the case. Throw in.
Give him a chance.
Tap one there by Gertz. Still a Frankie. He's had a fair share of it in his 200th. Kick went forward. Davis couldn't gather. Attack on the footy was good there by Q. On his non-preferred left. Sent East Point back into attack. Shot.
Good.
Round. He never out of the contest with Brown. And then the next three players around the ball were Cobras.
Yep. Yeah.
So if
keep
it's
getting
just
back and supporting.
yeah, terrific mark from Brown. Needless to say, a more important kick.
Lawler's fly was nearly had purchase on it as well, Todd. Tiffany got a fingertip to it.
So it'll be Brown to either level the score or give East Point a 5 point lead. Quality finish from a quality player.
Yeah.
Brown gets his first, and East Point get their lead back. They lead by 5 points here. 14 minutes gone into this third term. 7-7-49 to 7-2-44.
What would you say? Would it be a 3-goal advantage, Todd?
Yeah.
Want to be
2.5.
And want to be 20 plus up, East? The last change?
Yeah, 3 goals, but they'll just throw an extra behind the ball and just try and hang in, won't they?
Been a great contest. Good even game.
I'm not even sure the Cobras have got a +1 behind the footy.
No.
Probably not a bad idea in the second half of this third term, as you can hear the breeze through the gusty winds through the microphone. Ball up, tap one by Gertz, gathered there by Huxtable, fed the ball out by hand, back to the ruckman in Gertz. Perrette was clever. That was quick kick there, quick thinking there by Craig, who got it to half forward. Good pressure there from Davis. Took his player cue to the ground. There'll be a ball up 50 metres away from the Cobra goal.
Goes all right, Q. I did say he was a young player last week, and he's 30 years of age on the presser.
Ball up. Tap one there by Van Meel. Huxtable was tackled, and no prior. There'll be another ball up on half forward for the Cobras. Tap one there by Tyrrell to space. Molan over the footy. Needs a bit of support. None provided. He had no other option but to hold that ball in. And there'll be a ball up just inside Bacchus Marsh's forward 50. Tap one there by Tyrrell again. Good pressure from McCreary on Canning. We'll square away another stoppage. 5-point lead to East Point. Near 16 minutes gone third term. Tap one by Van Meel. Chance here for McCreary. Shoveled it out towards Perrette from 50. Went wide into the
Penny. Oh.
Excellent spoil on the ball there from... ball was Hannaford in the end. High up and under kick. Chance here for across the body there from Penny.
Missed everything.
Snuck it through for a point.
Yep.
So a handy point, as they say in the old. Makes it an even 6-point ball game. 7-3. 45 to
7-7,
49. Ball comes back into play. Beautiful kick and out of defence into the middle of the ground, and a strong grab at the back taken there by Johnson. So there'll be 2 kicks and inside forward 50 here to a 1-on-1 with Brown and Lawler. Went through the hands of Brown second.
No.
The volley.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Watchman, and Brown gets his second.
Smart play.
Yeah.
Just smart play. You see that? I was just going to make comment to that when he was going to kick that ball in and go long and straight up the guts, Todd. And that's what he done. And the mark by Johnson, and then the long kick, long bomb forward.
Johnson.
1-on-1. Young, inexperienced Lawler against an experienced in Brown.
8-7-55 East Point. Lead Bacchus Marsh 7-3-45. 17.5 minutes gone third term.
That might tell you something. Go long and direct. Don't bugger us around with that short stuff. Get it in long and direct. Utilise the breeze.
Back of the restart, Tyrrell in the ruck against Van Meel. Call it even. Geordie Johnson with his confidence up, socketed it forward towards Thompson, who went wide to half forward. The mark's been taken there by Lavery.
I don't mind this bloke, Todd.
So a good couple of minutes from East Point, and the kick was good. Found Jeffrey, who loves a goal.
Done some useful things, Lavery.
Jeffrey has 1 to his name. Chance to join Geordie Johnson, Hamish Thompson and Jacob Brown on the multiple goal front. They have 2 each. So Jeffrey with another shot on goal here for East Point. Kicks on its way. Gee, it just didn't bend that one.
Didn't, just went straight.
Yeah, straight across the face. Through for a minor score. Bit stiff there, Jeffrey. You might have just kicked it too well. 8-8-56 East Point. Bacchus Marsh 7-3-45. It'll be Kavakovic who lopes away to the outer side of the ground. Lower the eyes, and the kick was okay in the end of Lawler. It was sure by hand.
We're excited in the rotunda. They're standing up now.
Well, he goes back towards Goebel. And it rolled over the line for a boundary throw-in. Intent was good. It's come off for the most part this afternoon, but on that occasion, it was deserting the Cobras. It'll be a boundary throw-in deep in East Point.
It's worked 99% of the time for him, but just that one little bit of air.
So a chance here for East Point to make the most of that
Mika.
rare error from the Cobra defence this afternoon. Glasgow kicked it into the shoulder of McDade. Follow-up work from Glasgow was good. Kick went about 15 metres, got it to the defensive 50. And the umpire will come in and affect a ball up. East Point by 11 points here. Near 20 minutes gone, third term. Tyrrell. Van Meer won the tap. LaFranchi attack on the footy was good. Vision found Shea. And he's hurried left foot kick. Owen's got a couple to beat, including the bounce. Merritt got on the end of it. Went by hand to Q. Who goes towards Brown. And why wouldn't you? He sets himself as it knocked away from him there by Lawler. Oh, McDade got a terrible bounce, but the numbers prevailed for the Cobras through Goebel, who got it to Kavakovic. Standing start, up and under. Rodamaronis will mark this uncontested. Yeah, they just kicked it to the danger zone there rather than, well, it's
Clearing.
Yeah.
Along the boundary.
Or just be crafty getting it out. But Rodamaronis will kick from 51. Hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon. Not really a noted goal kicker.
No. It's a hush.
Yeah, it's an important kick. It's an 11-point ball game in favour of East Point at the moment. Rodamaronis, right on 50. Well, you can make that an even 2-goal game. 8-9, 57 East Point. Bacchus Marsh 7-3, 45. Rodamaronis, right and always right. As Kavakovic brings the ball back into play. Ripper kick, found McDade, who got it over the top. Beautiful little kick there towards Gates, who went along the line, went over the head there of Salmon. Ground ball opportunity here for East Point. They combine through Hannaford. Somehow got it over the top.
Oh, it's clever.
Have a little knock on. Ground ball opportunity though for Salmon. His vision was good towards Davis. He got a favourable bounce on the right boot. He went to half forward. Mark's been taken there by Tui.
Oh, the crowd over there getting involved.
No Cobra running around for a handball receive.
No.
He's a booming kick, Tui. And watch him come from everywhere if he can slot this. It's his first real shot on goal. So he had no more than a handful of disposals today. Just the two. So, Tui will kick from 50. We'll see how he goes. It's a beautiful kick. Has the accuracy. It's off to the left and through for a minor score.
Got the journey easy, Todd.
7-4, 46. Bacchus Marsh. East Point 8-9, 57. 11-point ball game. Merritt brings the ball back into play.
Over the back.
Johnson, good use of the body on Huxtable, but dropped the mark, and Huxtable did the stealing and went short and found Craig. 55 metres out from goal. He wheels onto the right boot, lowered the eyes. No mark taken. Chance here for McCreary. Outside of the right boot.
Missed.
Trips across the face and find its way over the line for a boundary throw-in. Cobras won't mind that. Time on third term. They should trail by 11 points into the breeze. And they've got a stoppage deep in their forward line. So it'll be Owen to do the ruck work against Van Neal. Neither could impact the contest. Chance here for McCreary. Fired the hand pass out.
The chance.
Towards Salmon. Outside of the right boot. It's bending back. Did it bend back far enough? It has. Great finish from Salmon. He gets his first. And one against the run of play, albeit the last 10 minutes of play, Fridge.
Don't mind a goal, this kid, either. And does know where they are.
And the Cobras are within 5 points here. 23 and a half minutes into the third term. What happens here this afternoon, it has all the earmarkings for one of the better derbies next Saturday afternoon, Fridge.
Yeah. It will be a huge game, especially if they get over East Point here, 3 and Z.
Right, it'll be Gertz and Van Meel to contest the ruck. Tap one by
Shea.
Gertz, got it to Shea. They found Huxtable, got it back to McCreary.
Yeah.
Awkward kick, cut off, well read off the boot there by Merritt. Well, it was a shank, really. You can't well read a shank, can you, Fridge? So it was more luck than anything else.
That's right.
Goes looking towards Johnson. Important spoil on the ball there from Kavakovic. Good pressure there from Jones. He's fighting hard, looking for some support, but there are only Cobras around through Glasgow.
Oh, you're in
Who got it to
trouble.
See, that was a good bit of passage there from Jones.
Jones was terrific.
Yeah.
Just hunted the footy.
Second and third effort, terrific. And has
Yeah.
the kick. Pound Brown. Hats off to the youngster. Get over there and give Jones a pat on the back. It'll be Jacob Brown. We'll go back and have a shot here for goal number 3. A chance to restore an 11-point lead here at Manningley Park.
Just absolutely fought and grovelled for that footy, Jones. Interesting first name, Kepler. Yeah,
Kepler Jones.
Kepler Jones, Kepler Vessels, Kepler Bradley.
That's about it.
That's it. The rest you don't know.
That's right. Jacob Brown. We know this man.
He's a good man.
Quality player. There's a shot on goal here. Deliberate approach.
Beautiful.
Looked good off the boot. Straight
Yes.
out the goal umpire's out. Brown's got 3 here at Manningley Park. And a steadier for the Kangas. 11-point lead. They're 9-9-63. Bacchus Marsh 8-4-52. So becomes the leading goal scorer on the ground. Brown.
3.
3. Yeah. Thompson, Johnson with 2 each.
Yep.
Jeffrey and Kenny, the other singles. So the Cobras, they have 3 multiple contributors in Owen, McCreary and Tyrrell. So, here 26 minutes gone, third term here. Each point lead by 11 points. We've got a game on. We have had from the outset. It's been most entertaining despite the blustery and warm conditions. So Gertz and Shea, it's been quite predictable, but each point haven't been on to that. It's happened far too often.
Both sides got an extra back, Toddy.
Okay, yep. Good spot. Tap one by Gertz to Merritt, standing start. Went about 35 metres towards the attacking 50. Rodemaronis in front.
Uh-oh.
Did the big U-turn, set it out in front of Brown, have a let's sit for him. Lawler did well, needs some support, and he'll get some.
Fantastic, Penny.
So Penny's gather and speed was good. Got it to Brett.
Gone.
The ball.
Got to support, got to talk as well, Todd.
Yeah, that's right. Excellent chase there from Wilson, who sent the ball in the Brown direction through his hands. Lawler, territory gain, gathered there by Wilson on the run. He looks a bit sore. Back to Cairns. He's not going anywhere, Wilson. He's in a world of pain. Ball spills out to Thompson. Standing start shot on goal. And he speared it right. Every bit right out of bounds on the full. 9-9-63 East Point. Not for the first time they've banged one out of bounds. Just can't put the Cobras away. Nice mark taken there by Goebel. So wonder they don't stop play here for a moment. Just check on Wilson as they go short to McCreary. And the umpire's right there too.
Yeah, he'll fall over him shortly if he walks back another 10 metres backwards.
Yeah. Well, then they'll need a trainer out to the umpire because McCreary goes to out of centre wing. Through the hands. Chance here for Tui to impact the contest. He gathered.
Good pick up.
Fell on a dime. Got it towards Cook. He went searching. Back towards Tui. Turnover. Chance here for Q to send the ball back towards half forward. But he'll find the boundary line for a throw in. So Wilson will hobble off. And a chance for both sides to suck the air into the lungs ahead of this boundary throw-in. Scoreline that favours East Point by 11 points. 28.5 minutes gone in this third term. Throw in. Tap one by Gertz. Tessa McCreary. Got it to Goebel. Kick across the body. High up and under. Only went as far as Merritt. So he plays on. He's a booming kick of the footy. So he goes in the Brown direction. This way want to get out the back. Oh, umpire's picked out a free kick for a push. But Lavery will take the advantage. No pun intended. And he puts it through. 10th goal for East Point. Could have been Brown's 4th.
Yeah, well,
Probably let the youngster know after the game about that.
will definitely.
10-9-69. East Point.
See, you get
Bacchus Marsh 8-4-52.
get it in quick, bomb it in quick, and they puts the defence under pressure. Todd, they start to panic.
Yeah, well, that pretty poor pun that I was intending not to be a pun. Advantage Laver.
Rod.
Laver, yeah. Anyway, back at the restart, we've got some good ones coming. That one, not so much. Here's a chance here for Huxtable. Got it out of the middle of Shea. Hurried kick, turned over on half back. 50 metres paid by the non-officiating umpire there, if you don't mind.
Dally.
Merritt pointed to the mark, to the officiating umpire.
Yeah.
He just stood there and
said, "I will."
It was overruled by the umpire in the
field umpire.
Angus front half as Merritt sits it up. Geez, it was just a little lob wedge from Merritt that still went 55 metres and found touch over the line for a boundary throw. And East Point deep into attack, they lead by 17 points.
Speaking of the man walking past us.
Thank God he's on the Northerns. Boundary throw in. Tap one by Kurtz. Chance for Geordie Johnson. Spews the ball out by foot, but no score or continue play as the siren sounds for three-quarter time here.
Score. That's a point. He's paid a point.
Really?
Yes. He just signalled the point. Umpire said go clear.
Wow.
One behind.
Well, let's that'll be interesting versus the division when we watch it in the aftermath. Especially if there's a 1 point separating these two sides.
He paid a point.
Yeah, well, that's it. All right. East Point 10-10-70. It's an even 18-point lead now over Bacchus Marsh 8-4-52. I'm just not sure he got that boot to ball as I heard the siren, but anyway.
No, I don't think he did, Todd.
18-point lead to East Point. Bridge, you got the goal scorers before a break.
For East Point, Brown with 3, multiples to Thompson and Johnson, singles to Canny, Jeffrey and Lavery. For the Cobras, 2 to Owen, McCreary and Tyrrell, and singles to Penny and Salmon.
All right, so let's take a look around the grounds for a score. See if Redan has impacted that 5-goal breeze that they kicked with in the third term. Sunbury led by as much as 19 at half-time. And now, Sunbury have kicked away. 14-11-95. Lead Redan 10-3-63. So Sunbury look like going on to record a big win with that breeze to come in the final term. But with that, probably 2.5-goal breeze to the railway end in this final term, the Cobras aren't without a chance. But it's East Point endeavouring to get it done without a few of their big guns today. They're 10-10-70. They lead Bacchus Marsh 8-4-52. Good to see some of the young talent from both sides getting involved today, Fitch.
Yeah, no doubt, Todd. With young Molan for East Point on the Rebels list and young fellow for the Marsh in McDade.
Guys, we'll take a break. Back with the final quarter action in the McDonald's BFNL match of the round. Good Friday action here between Bacchus Marsh and East Point. It's the Kangas who lead by 18 points.
Macca's meets the Minecraft universe with the new A Minecraft Movie Meal. Get one of 6 new collectibles and your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets with new Nether Flame sauce. Feel like a kid again, only at Macca's.
Look out as he throws the ball onto the left foot. This is going to favour Riley. Oh, Johnson curiously kept it in. They've got Hatchet forward. Up from the Magoos. He can take a mark and run in a open goal. Make himself a hero. And he's done it. Brings the ball back into play. How about that for a roost? Longest kick of the day in 8-9. Get down the back is Stevens. The Sunbury lines are up and about. If he can finish here, it'll be the goal of the day. He's put it through, Stevens. The goal. Welcome back ahead of the final quarter action. Just confirming that that was a point from Geordie Johnson. He did get it in before that three-quarter time siren. 3-goal ball game. Clearance all important in this final term. And East Point will get the first one through Geordie Johnson, who goes wide to half forward. Bouncing ball. Havlet's hit for Hucker. Well, he gathered, then was tackled, taken to the ground, and there'll be a ball up. Be a courageous win by East Point if they can get it done away from home without their leading goal kicker and reigning Henderson medalist. Chance here for the Cobras as they combine through Gates. Who usher the ball forward to outer centre wing. Galley, geez, he's got some toe. Gathered cleanly. Sent the ball onto the right boot. Tyrrell at the back. It went through the hands of Thompson and needs to sit for the big fella. Oh, the tackle was terrific there from Thompson to deny Tyrrell.
Well, it would have been better at smashing the ball forward instead of taking possession, Todd.
There'll be moments like that that will go a long way in
Inexperience.
Well, the tackle of Thompson getting East Point in front of the final siren. So Van Meel took an uncontested mark in the end, just read it well off the boot.
He'd been solid.
Yeah, he's always solid, Van Meel.
Well, I didn't mean his stature.
He goes along the line, awkward looking kick, will be close to the boundary line.
Uh-oh.
Oh, stolen at the back there by Hucker. Got plenty on the kick. Bouncing ball, foot race on. Brown leading into the race. He gathered. Turned on a die. Kicked across the body. First goal to East Point. Brown's got 4.
The quarter time huddle when they broke Potty, he said, "Get it to me, boys. Get it down to me." He's doing the job.
Well, he likes being called Mr. September, but the way things are going, he's more Mr. April.
Yeah, I know one thing. He loves a lolly.
Yeah, well, call him the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
The Easter Brownie.
You won't be short of an Easter egg either.
11-10-76 East Point. Lead the Cobras by 24 points. 21 scoring shots to 12.
What have the Cobras got left? You know, East Point will keep pressing. The side that went all the way to the grand final last year and were just denied by Melton. They've won 15 or 16 games on the trot, if you don't mind. Loose ball get by Cairns. Denied by McCreary. There'll be a ball up. Been a good crowd too, Fred.
Fantastic turnout. Good support. Good Friday.
Tap one by Van Meel. Davis took the eye off it and then gave away a free kick to Johnson.
Inexperience.
So Johnson, he's got Romerall lateral in front of us here if he wants. But he'll just put it out in front of Jeffrey. Had too much on it. Thompson at the back. Carries it over the line for a throw-in. Right in front of the faithful here at Manningley Park.
Not a bad matchup, Toddy. Tui and Rhodomonas.
Couple of bulls.
Couple of bulls.
24-point lead to East Point. Sun streaming down on Manningley Park. It's been a warm, good Friday. Tap one by Van Meel. Has the gather there from Salmon. It's a McCreary. Look out. Pressure's gone up. Well done, Cairns.
Ball up.
Maybe a ball up. Sun in the eyes. For some. Tap one by Kurtz to Cairns, who knocked it forward. Salmon reciprocated, only as far as Rhodomonas, who went inboard to Van Meel. The vision was good. Dribbling ball forward from Jones. Got it to
Strength.
off to the left. Gee, he's been a threat forward. He's been arguably the difference between the two sides.
He has been the difference.
With his finishing.
Just rolled the shoulders then, Todd.
Kavakovic brings the ball back into play, and the kick was good.
Been impressed by Jack's kicking today.
Short kick. Found the youngster in Glasgow. Can go short to Tui if he wants. Ignores that option. Went back to McCreary on half-back.
They just keep doing this. They'll play into East Point's hands. Todd?
Yeah, they've got to find a way to score, the Cobras. And McCreary sends the ball long. Owen got an important fist on the ball, but they got numbers behind the footy here, East Point, through Johnson. He got it to Q, to Jeffrey, through the middle of the ground. High up and under kick. They'll pay the mark. Brown got a bit of it. Couldn't hang on to it. He's swarmed by Cobras. Goble, one of those.
Holding the ball.
Holding the ball, said the umpire.
Swung it around, dropped the footy at his feet, and that was it, he said. Thank you very much.
So Goble goes backwards to Kavakovic. He's been good by foot with his distribution today. And that one just overcooked. It wasn't far off being spot on.
Going to get a chance anyway.
Small margins here as Cairns sends the ball back. And Kavakovic presented well on the defensive 50 and took a nice mark. So he goes short back to Goble. They're missing out on some territory here as Kavakovic went short to Craig. They won't mind this, East Point. And the turnover kick from Craig that was meant for Frankie got it to Rhodomonas, who found Q, and he went off to the right and threw for a minor score.
Fortunately, wasn't right on cue, Todd.
Gee, the goal umpire, he ran that far right, he nearly ran into the scoreboard.
Yeah.
One behind.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
They're not short on scoreboards here at Manningley Park. So they are the Tats Lotto numbers up there on the board, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Tui from a standing start. He'll weigh up the options and he'll go the long one towards Owen. Beautiful drop punt. Owen had a couple to beat. Johnson infringed on Owen, and Owen will take the resultant free kick. So he goes short to Craig, who'll want to atone for that Rhodomonas turnover moments ago. So he lowers the eyes. The kick was very good. And found Tyrrell, who led up to half forward. Waste no time going forward. Nice mark on the last line taken there by Romerall. Poor kick, really.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't directed. It should have been directed straight at Gertz, not Davis.
So Romerall will go wide to Hucker, who's worked right up. And just takes a few more seconds off the clock, lowers the eyes along the line, and finds a target there in Jeffrey. So they've been better than Bacchus Marsh with their ball use in this final term, East Point. And here they go again through Thompson. They've got it beyond centre wing out of side.
Well done.
Gathered there by, might have been Findlay. High up and under kick towards half forward. Gets the fly. Couldn't bring down the mark. Chance for Q. He's been corralled well there by Gates.
I said too far.
He ran too far, said the umpire. So
You run around on a 20-cent piece.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. So Gates, can he make the most of the advantage there as he goes forward in the Owen direction?
Good hand.
Strong grab. The umpire had a bird's eye view, and so too did those people up there in those premium seats in the rotunda who just popped their last bottle of Prosecco. So Owen will go back and have a shot on goal here. Chance to kick his third, none more important than this one. A chance to narrow the margin to 20 points. So they've been the much better side for the last 20 minutes each point.
Yep.
More efficient. But a chance to get one against the run of play here for Owen. Kicks on its way.
You won't miss.
Yeah, the Cobras. If ever they needed one, it was then. And he gets the response, the reply the Cobras were after. And it's back to a 20-point goal game. Mere 8.5 minutes gone in this final term. Owen has 3. The Cobras have 9. They're 9-4-58. They trail each point 11-12, 78.
Yeah, timely goal needed. 8 minutes into this last quarter, and pegs the margin back to 3 and a bit.
Back at the restart here. Back-to-back goals. All important here for the Cobras. They can't win without them. So it'll be a ball up. It'll be Kurtz and Van Meel. They've had a good duel in the ruck. Kurtz went to Shea again. Hustled the ball forward. Huxtable went the soccer, got it to half forward.
Good effort. Huxtable, second effort was terrific.
And Hannaford was courageous off half back there. Eyes for the footy with Huxtable steaming forward. Ball up. Tap one by Kurtz. Ground level opportunity.
Good use of the body.
For Parente, who was knocked off the footy. Hannaford and Merritt combined. And he found Molan on half back. So he's got time to tip it over to Jeffrey if he likes. Does that. Kurtz pushing back to lend some aerial presence for the Cobras behind the ball. So Jeffrey goes short and finds Johnson. As in no rush really. As time ticks away, we're near the 10-minute mark. And East Point lead by 20. Right foot kick goes to the pocket. Lavery the target. Had it knocked away from him. Gather was good there from Brown. Has the vision. Squared it up looking for Humphrey. But it was cut off there by Craig. Well read, so he goes short to Tui, who's on half back. So he plays on and goes by hand to McDade. Lower the eyes, another good kick.
Nice
Found Tyrrell. Gave it back to Craig. Lowered the eyes. Kick there meant for Davis. Shea kept his feet. Shoveled it out. Oh, umpire's paid the throw, has he? The non-adjudicating umpire.
He did see it.
Yeah.
It was there.
So a chance for Cairns. And he'll go lateral. Kick was okay towards Q, who went wide to Humphrey, who's got a paddock. And goes short there to Jones. So a couple of the youngsters combining there for East Point. And Jones still on a confidence boost after his first, second and third effort in that third turn that resulted in a goal. Van Meel, who has ball in hand. So he'll go into the scoreboard. Pocket Penny! Is it Penny? Lawler, is it?
Lawler.
Yeah. Yeah, Lawler. Geez, he flew like Penny.
And he can fly. As a junior, he was as high as a kite all the time.
So
Take a march.
Lawler sent the ball to out of centre wing. Chance here for Daly. Just went to the voice of Parente. Clever tap there from Cairns. Ground ball opportunity for Johnson was clean. Ushered the ball forward. LaFranchi did well to keep it in front of him. Here come the reinforcements for East Point. Thompson was clumsy. Nearly gave away a free kick there to LaFranchi. But there'll be a ball up on half forward.
I meant,
We're with you.
jumping high. He used to stand on Blake's shoulders in the under-12s.
Chance here for Rodder Moronis, who just stole the ball. He wanted more than anyone else. Jeffrey kick across the body to the danger zone.
Oh, no.
Umpires picked out a free kick against Finlay. And it's going to go to Thompson.
That's as soft as butter.
So Thompson will take the free kick from about 50.
Seriously.
20 points up East Point here. And they'll just let time tick away. Tick over 12 minutes gone. He's kicked 2 goals today, Thompson. He's certainly provided an option forward on a tough day for forwards, really, given those blustery conditions. So the ball sort of holding up into the breeze and it's some considerable weight on the footy with the breeze. So Thompson, a chance for his third here. Deliberate approach. Kicks on its way.
Missed.
It's not a bad effort. Just off to the left and through for a minor score. East Point's 13th of the afternoon. 79 plays 50.
I reckon the breeze has dropped a little bit, Todd.
So it'll be McCreary to bring the ball back into play. And he'll come broadcast side, ran about 30 metres, and then kicked it 45. To Lawler.
Oh.
Handball opportunity for Johnson. Quick hands went through the hands of Howard. Gathered by Van Meal. Just hacked the ball forward. Johnson had first dibs. Couldn't hang on to the mark. Rodamaronis has got a couple to beat. And they were clean, the Cobras. And Kabarkovic will spear the ball wide into the Huxtable direction. Should have hung on to that. Spilled it over the line for a boundary throwing. 13 and a half minutes gone. Final term. Time ticking away for the Cobras. Even though they kicked the last goal of the game through Owen. They trailed by 21. Boundary throw in. Tap one there by Lavery. He's got a good leap on him. And there'll be a ball up. He's put on a bit of size since last year. I saw him. He tried to play against Daly, the game I did. Wasn't much of him then. So Johnson, something out of nothing. The volley. He couldn't grab. Taken me behind the ball.
Been very good, this kid.
By Kabarkovic, who's been arguably the Cobra's best.
Yep.
Amazing when you're running on top of the ground, the confidence that can give you games.
Yep.
And the kicking was no exception. And they're off here. Right foot kick. Meant for Parente. Through the hands of Merritt. Turnover opportunity here for East Point. Willems went through traffic. And Jeffrey had nowhere to go. And there'll be a stoppage right in the middle of the ground. East Point 79, Bacchus Marsh 58, 14 and a half minutes gone. Bit of a stalemate in this final term. That'll suit East Point just fine. Tap from Kurtz, went to Canning. And McCreary overcommitted with the tackle and gave away a free kick. So Canning, right in the middle of the ground here. We'll just look to chip it to an ever-reliable Geordie Johnson, who took a mark in front of Huxtable. And wasn't too impressed with the attention he got either.
Did get plenty.
Yeah.
Made him earn it.
Indeed. So he's had a good afternoon, Johnson.
Yeah.
Right foot kick, penetrating one at that, into that breeze that you said has subsided. Nolan had a bit of it, couldn't hang on to it. Oh, umpire's paid dropping the ball there. Free kick to Brown. Against Penny. I thought he got boot to ball, but too long, said the umpire. And Brown, just adjacent to the multiple scoreboards on the outer side of the ground. And a swarm of East Point and Cobra faithful right there, giving Brown a bit of mixed voice, no doubt.
Yeah, left to right, right to left.
Well, let's see how this kick goes.
Or just
right to left or left to right.
Tick the F and thing.
So here he goes. For goal number 5. Kicks on its way.
Man.
Across the face.
Nothing.
Out of bounds on the full. It is hard to kick goals at that end of the ground today, especially from that far out. So waste no time, the Cobras bringing the ball back into play. 50-50 kick, turnover opportunity, but they've got to roll the dice, the Cobras. Right foot kick inside 50 here for East Point. Gathered there by Jones. Tackle taken to the ground, and there'll be a ball up. So 16 and a half minutes gone in this final term. Ball up. Tap one by, we'll give it to Van Meal. Johnson through his hands. Jones getting amongst it. Shoveled it out towards Merritt. Lowered the vision. Got it to Willems. Got plenty on the kick. Bending back. And not far enough. Off to the left for a minor score. Ball comes back into play. They waste no time, the Cobras. Didn't even give me enough time to raise the binoculars. But Kabarkovic got on the end of it. Went by hand of Finlay. Kick meant for Cook. Spoiled there by Molan to the safety of the boundary line. And there'll be a throw in. Out of side centre wing.
Centre have tightened up on them, East. not giving any latitude or any movement with the ball at the moment.
No free ball.
No free ball. Exactly.
22.
That was the word, Todd.
So 22-point lead to East Point. Tap one by Lavery. McCreary took on the tackler. And be picked for that.
Real
That's
gone.
the right call.
Yep.
Yeah, a bit of cream rising to the top for
Yeah.
East Point getting it done in the clinches.
Bit more experienced heads out there, Todd.
So it'll be Jones again, who's done some good things in the second half. Right foot kick into the pocket. Going the ball there was McDade. Over the footy, Jeffrey got into an awkward position. Had to nearly sit on the ball in the end to deny the Cobras taking it away, and there'll be a ball up.
For a bottom-age Western Jets boy, he backs himself, that kid.
Yeah.
McDade.
Ball up right in front of the twin scoreboards. Identical twins, by the way. Chance for Potamoronis. High up and under kick. And Penny at the back took a strong mark at Jason to the behind post. He looks to switch play. Come broadcast side, and the kick's a beauty. Found Cook, who didn't have to break stride. And sends the kick forward. Yeah, poor kick, cut off. Just bereft of option there, Cook. And Slater just went short to Hannaford.
It was kicking
go backwards.
Kicking to the smallest bloke, Salmon.
And back to Howard. And went back to Hannaford. So just a game of keepings off at the moment. East Point using all their experience. They'll nearly cough it up here, and they have. To Huxtable.
They need a goal here.
So
Understatement.
Good little fist on the ball there from Kenny, but McCreary ran onto it, didn't break stride, didn't get much purchase on the kick. And he sort of tanked it really left. And
It looked like it was going low to Owen, but it was just that marginally off, Todd.
Yeah, off the instep of the boot. Missed everything, went out of bounds for a throw-in. So the Cobras have got it deep in their attack. They trailed by 22 points here. Last roll of the dice, really, as we tick away to almost 20 minutes. Grabbed out of the ruck by Owen, threw the ball onto the boot. But again, East Point through Lavery and Canny, who looked over there towards Willems, who got dispossessed. Chance for Tui, gathered, hand pass inboard towards Shea on the left. Kicks it to the hot spot. Oh, Daly at the back, stolen by Well, Huxtable did the sharking on the back of that leap from Daly. Would have been in mark of the day calculations. But the better result for the Cobras prevailed because Huxtable did the sharking, the roving, and did the finishing. And no time was taken off the clock.
Numbers, Todd.
Yep.
4-1.
So a goal for Huxtable. He's first. The Cobras get their 10th. 11-14-80. East Point. Bacchus Marsh 10-4-64. 20 and a half minutes gone. Final turn.
Only issue is if in quarter and 3 quarters, they've scored 2 goals, Todd, and they've got to kick another 3 to win the game.
All up. It'll be Tyrrell who won that tap. Missed Shea, gathered by Cairns, got it to Lavery, high up and under kick. Important territory gain to the attacking 50. Lawler had his eyes for the ball. Ground level opportunity here for Canning. Knocked it forward, looking for Van Meel. He couldn't gather. LaFranchi nearly threw it. Umpire called play on Shea. Ridden into the ground. Umpire said, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up. So he's very good at collapsing when he gets tackled, Shea. So he tries to get that in the back instead of holding the ball against.
He's been tackled that much. It's routine. His knees give way.
Yeah, basically amputation at the left of the knee. But self-imposed as McCreary runs away from that stoppage. And the kick was good. Right foot kick, deep into the attack, and found Owen. There was a nice kick there from
nice
Gates.
Kick, Gates.
So he's also put on a bit of in the off-season there, Gates. He's starting to fill out into a good-sized player.
Yeah, no, he's been good. The first 2 games, he's been serviceable again today, Todd.
So Owen, who is Bacchus Marsh's leading goal kicker today, with 3. Chance for goal number 4. This will make it interesting. Goal here will make it a 10-point ball game. Let's see how he goes. As he walks away from us here. Kicks on its way. Well,
yes, he is. In.
And the Cobras have a pulse here at Mattingly Park. They were then 10 points. 11-4-70. East Point 11, 14, 80.
Brown and Owen show, 4 apiece.
Yes, indeed. 2 keys at both ends. Getting it done. So 10 behinds, essentially. 10 shots on goal. The difference between the two. But reward for efficiency on goal for the Cobras. They're within 10. And we're near 23 minutes gone in this final term. Back at the restart. Game on. Ground ball. Tyrrell gathered, held up by Van Meel. There'll be a ball up. Next clearance, all important, as are all of them, in fairness. Rodham will get it. Took on one too many, nearly threw it away. Umpire call play on. Jeffrey had eyes for the ball. Gathered cleanly. Sent it forward to Brown. Good spool there from Penny. Out the back was Lavery. An unlikely goal finishing from the big man.
It's been good, Todd.
Yep.
Had a very good game this boy today.
Yep.
Been really, really good. Contributed in the ruck. Gone forward, kicked a couple of goals.
How about the ground ball finish?
Yep.
Well done by the big man. So has he got 2 now, Lane?
Yep.
Yeah, he's been better than serviceable.
Yes.
So if the boys are watching up there in Noosa, if they get away with a close win here, East Point, they'll be back on the source again. East Point 12, 14, 86. Bacchus Marsh 11, 4, 70. The response they needed East Point through Lavery. They've just got some breathing space with a 16-point lead. The thump there from Tui. Only went as far as well. Gertz stood over the ball. Can he release it? No, he can't. Well held to him there by Thompson, and there'll be a ball up on the attacking side of the middle of the ground for the Cobras, who trail by 16 points. Tap one by Van Meel. A couple of tired players out there. Jeffrey and Gates quite happy just to have a little spell over the footy as the umpire will initiate the restart. So Gertz, tap, only went as far as Cairns, who sent the ball towards half forward. Bouncing ball, leading back into the race for the ball's Penny.
Interesting.
He's got Brown to beat. Execution by foot. Look out, Finlay. Good pressure from Romerall. Finlay went to ground. It come the reinforcements. Jones, one of those for each point. But the umpire will square away a stoppage.
Just waited for a stride or two there. Run to the footy, son.
16-point lead to East Point. 25 minutes gone. Lavery with the tap. Lawler was defensive side of that contest, but couldn't pick up the half volley. He just limps away. Ball up, tap one by Lavery, went through the hands of Tui, gathered it on a second attempt and got it towards Penny, who went with the right boot. Pressure, and Gates met the ball solidly. Went along the line with the dribbling ball. Was an excellent gather there from Hannaford. Good pressure there from Tyrrell, but he shrugged it, tackle in the end. Hannaford sent the ball forward. Brown's got a couple to beat. Gertz provided the support for the Cobras, and there'll be a ball up at the top of the East Point goal square.
Once again, had to try and beat 3. Brown.
Ball up. Gertz got a little hand on it. Rodham, quick hands. Over towards Willems. High up and under kick. Left and always left, through for a minor score.
He's been a bit lively, Willems.
12, 15, 87 East Point. Bacchus Marsh 11, 470. So it'll be Tui to bring the ball back into play. One tap to another. Found McCreary, who did the big old-fashioned torp about 70 metres, if you don't mind. Bouncing ball off the hands of Howard. Put Slater under the pump. Held to him, said the umpire. And there'll be a ball up on half forward. So from Tui to McCreary, they've gone from the goal square to half forward in good time. Not dissimilar to what East Point did in that third term, but it did result in a goal to the Kangas on that occasion. Ball up, tap one by Gertz to Shea through traffic. Couldn't get through on that occasion.
2 plays of the day. The Bacchus Marsh one from deep inside 50 to get a goal, and the 2 kick for the East Point boys in the second quarter.
Indeed. Merritt lowered the eyes with the release kick. Found Lavery. Rare error from the big man. Gathered there by Lawler, who got it to Craig, who found McDade, who looks comfortable at the level. Right foot kick, let him down. Cut off there by Thompson. So he'll go short. Lateral to Canning. He'll go further in that same direction towards Merritt. Tick over 27 minutes gone. Final term. East Point by 17. Merritt lowers the eyes to Lavery. He
Nice.
presented. Took a nice mark. He's got better as further the game's gone, Lavery. Right foot kick to half forward. Thompson went to spoil. Cobras have got numbers here and they combine. And the right foot kick is good. Found McCreary. He's got Glasgow. He gave it to Tui. Now Tui can get it to Glasgow. Now he needs to make the most of that Tui give, and he hasn't really. He's made it very hard for Owen. He's got a 2-on-1 to beat. Numbers prevail to the immediate as Q got it to Hannaford, who switches play to the outer side. And East Point, after being under the pump one moment, have now got the ball on their own terms the next. Siren sounds for a very encouraging win for East Point. They were able to stave off the challenge from the Cobras, who did enough to give every indication they'll test a few sides this year in 2025. I'll speak more of the top six opposition, because they've asked East Point to dig to get it done, and that's what has eventuated here. 12-15-87. East Point have down Bacchus Marsh 11-4-70. Fridge.
For the victors, Jacob Brown with probably best on-ground performance with 4. He was the difference. Multiples to Thompson, Hamish with 2, Geordie Johnson and Lavery with 2, and singles to Jeffrey and Clanny. For the Cobras, 4 to Owen, 2 to McCreary, 2 to Tyrrell, and singles to Huxtable, Penny and Salmon-Todd.
Yep, entertaining game of football. Saw Bacchus Marsh lead by 8 points at half-time to ask East Point to go in and reassess and find another way, and that they did. They were able to turn an 8-point half-time deficit into a 17-point win. So a 25-point turnaround in that second half in favour of East Point. As we just give you an update at final score out of Sunbury, who look to be big winners over Redan, given they were able to hold off Redan when the Lions had the breeze. I speak of the Redan Lions, because it is the battle of the East and West Lions. Strangely, you've got to go back to round 1 for the update score of this game. So here we go. Sunbury, 16-11-107, have defeating Redan 13-4-82. So 25-point margin in favour of Sunbury. So that's not a bad effort from Redan on the Clark Oval. Never easy to get Sunbury, especially when they're coming off a loss. But honours with East Point here. Encouraging effort from Bacchus Marsh. I liked a few of their younger types. They look considerably fitter than they were last year, and that equated to, on the most part, better use by foot. They kind of let themselves down on occasions the longer the game went, but we are only into game number 3. But yeah, they're the best side one on the day, East Point. Honours with them, 12-15-87. They go 3 and zip over Bacchus Marsh 11-4-70. On a very sunny, warm afternoon. The guys won't be looking towards the hot water at all. It'll be just cold showers all round.
Get my sparse, Todd.
And no doubt cold beers ahead of the long Easter weekend break. So congratulations to Simon LaFranchi on his 200th game. Unfortunately, didn't end up on a winning afternoon for the veteran. And well done to Zach Tui for making his debut in the Cobra colours. And that unofficial 300 games for Geordie Johnson on the Play HQ. I think that's a combination of all games played, but something out of, a little milestone found out of nothing there for East Point. But they did well, and they'll welcome the return of those 5 players sooner rather than later. Speak of Matty Johnson, Alex Molan, Billy Jones, Bryce McDougall, and Lockie God. But Bacchus Marsh too. They're not shy on a couple of returns up their sleeve either. Speak of Isaac Nixon, Jamie Fulton, and Ethan McKercher. But East Point have prevailed. They remain undefeated in the 2025 season with a 17-point win over gallant Bacchus Marsh. On behalf of Fridge, Todd, and Elijah behind the camera, we bid you all a good afternoon from a very warm Mattingly Park as the echoes of the East Point theme song reverberate in the background.
And the carrying off of Simon LaFranchi by 2 club stalwarts in Jack Perrine and Tyson Shea. Well done, Simon. Fantastic.
Yeah, congratulations, Simon. He's even had a new haircut for the afternoon. Well done. Congratulations. And thumbs up to the faithful for their encouragement throughout that 200 game career. So, on behalf of the crew here at Manningley Park, we bid you all a good afternoon until next week. Stay safe over the Easter weekend, and we'll do it all again next week.